Get yourself situated because this could be a long one. The DOD45 Show is bringing you a recap of the Strange Famous Festival that recently took place in Denver. So if you missed it, shame on you, but we're going to try to make you regret missing it with this SFR Fest recap episode of the DOD45 Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen. DOD45.
Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to an episode of DOD45 in the wild.
The Denver Pavilion.
Yeah, here we are. We're at the Strange Famous Fest in Denver, Colorado, at the Levitt Pavilion. As you can see, the stage is back there behind us. We've been backstage getting the setup for a few interviews.
And this is really cool. Like, there's lots of grass for people to put out lawn chairs, and I'm guessing they let in lawn chairs and blankets and just to sprawl. It's
massive. And if I'm being honest, I was in a band for a while, and we had backstages.
Jealous?
No, we had backstage, but it was always like a back room of a bar. There was, but this is a full-on legit backstage setup, and thanks to Strange Famous for inviting us.
Here in my pocket, I have a backstage pass, which is kind of
an all-access pass. Haven't had one of those.
Crazy.
We've paid money for VIP passes before, but never had an all-access pass.
Actually, we paid money for VIP tickets to here that I was trying to give away, but I don't know where to give them.
Well, hey, listen, we hung out with the Strange Famous crew last night at the Strange Famous Bunker. That's what I deemed it. I deemed it the Strange Famous Bunker. It's the Airbnb, but most of all the artists were under the roof. We hung out and we did a bunch of interviews with them, and that's what the episode's going to be today. It's going to be some footage. That right there is a Wheelchair Sports Camp doing a sound check. But anyway, so there were a few people that weren't at the Airbnb, so we didn't do an interview with them there. We're hoping to do an interview with them backstage here. That would include Sleep and his special guest, BlackLiq, because he missed his flight.
Wheelchair Sports Camp.
Wheelchair Sports Camp and the Metermaids. So we're hoping to get them backstage. The party was a lot of fun. And it wasn't like a party. It was just a bunch of people hanging out.
It felt like when you and I first started dating, and you had all your friends around, and I would come and hang out with you and your friends, and they'd play video games and just, shoot the shit. And it felt just as comfortable as that scenario.
Hanging with them
20 some odd years ago.
Hanging with the Strange Famous crew.
Yeah. It was just like the boys. It was just the boys.
Yeah.
Today's it's the boys and Wheelchair Sports Camp crew.
That's right.
And me.
Yeah, as we were setting up, I saw BlackLiq walking down there, going to the backstage. Looking forward to meeting him in person.
Yeah, his flight got canceled. He had some issues with his flight, so I'm glad to see that he got here okay.
Again, I just want to say, we've, the DOD45 partnership with Strange Famous because we just got a good relationship with Sage Francis, and we got a good relationship from the show.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it just kind of happened organically, and you guys reached out to each other, and you guys hit it off, you and Sage, and then he lined you up with a lot of the people on his label, which was really cool, and it's been very cool to get to know them, and it's been really nice to, just be involved.
All the guests that we've had on, and people who were on Strange Famous, were people I'd want to have on anyway. So it's not like it's like one of those quid pro quo things where it's like, okay, we're gonna do a Strange Famous stuff. We've been longtime Strange Famous fans, and so it's just not like, it just feels good to have that partnership and to be there.
I'm half sad we didn't bring the kids because we raised them on their playlist growing up with the Sea Lion, and I heard last night that that's going to be
one of Sage. That's what Sage is looking forward to performing tonight.
So I kind of wish that the kids would be here live because it just reminds me of when they were so cute and little. I mean, they're still cute, but they're not little.
Well, it's probably most of our people who listen to the show or just anyone knows. It's nothing like the real thing. I'm going to show you footage. I'm going to try to capture as much footage of the show as possible, but it's just, this place is huge, and apparently a lot of people have RSVP'd with their tickets, so this place is going to get filled up with a lot of people enjoying some really fantastic music.
Yeah, and that storm over there, hopefully that just stays over there because it's all sunny and pretty over here.
There has been a threat of some rain, but it isn't like even if any comes, it's going to be a little bit of a sprinkle. It could be, which would probably be welcomed as hot as it is out here.
It's funny because it's cold and then it's hot and then it's cold.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. I had some song shares, but I'll just do that at another episode. Not a movie thing, a quote. Oh, no, I'll share a quote real quick.
Okay, I hope it was from last night.
It wasn't. Here's the quote. You have a piece of time and you have to decorate it.
Who said that?
Frank Zappa. That guy's...
I guess in context it makes more sense than just a quote.
Yeah, we have a piece of time here on Earth and you got to decorate that. Here, I wrote this thing down when we were on the plane flying out to Denver.
Why don't you just say
it's quick.
it
Well,
when
I
you
will,
read it?
because then I'll get caught up into the minutiae, and I don't want to do that. I want to just spill it out. Van broke down. The tow truck needed some stuff removed off the top of it. Our van broke down. Our Sprinter van broke down.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
And so we had to call a tow truck guy. The tow truck guy came, and he's like, "Oh, you got to take that roof rack off. You got to take the big, huge Thule box off. You got to take the tire off because we wouldn't have been able. He wouldn't have been able to fit under the bridges where he had to tow the truck.
Right, because the Sprinter van is very tall.
The Sprinter van is over 12 feet tall, so on the back of a truck bed, it was probably whatever's. So we took all that off. And meanwhile, we were on our drive to Chicago. We were supposed to be going to Chicago. We had to be to Chicago that night, but the van broke down. So we rented a U-Haul, loaded all the gear from our Sprinter van into the back of the U-Haul, and then Adrienne and I drove to Chicago. We slept near the airport, got up at 4 a.m. the next day, set up our booth, trafficked art to people in Chicago. Then we drove back to
while we were in Chicago, we were like, oh, how are we going to get to Salt Lake, which was where we were supposed to be headed. So we bought flight tickets instead of driving because we had nothing to drive now.
Yeah. So while we were slinging in Chicago, we bought airfare. We bought tickets to fly back to our Utah house. After we trafficked some art, the Sunday night we took down our booth and our gear, loaded up the U-Haul, and drove back to Hannibal. Unloaded
Missouri.
that U-Haul into our gallery. And then I went and dropped off the U-Haul truck and rode my bike back because we don't have any other car.
There, yeah.
And then we begged a friend to give us our neighbor. We begged our neighbor to give us a ride to the St. Louis airport,
which is over 100 miles away. We owe him a bottle of whiskey.
Do. So we flew back to Utah. And while we were in Utah, the day we got there, the next day we got a message that our van motor blew up, is toast. Van motor
and exhaust.
Mercedes
system.
Sprinter van is toast. And it will cost $30,000 to fix it.
That was the estimate.
That was the estimate.
So it could be more.
So we thought $30,000, let's just go buy a new car rather than get a new motor put in an old.
And it's not a good time to buy a car.
Turns out
it's in the peak of our season, our busy season.
We have to have a car, because it's going to be the busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
We need a car to make money to pay for the things that we do. So, but it turns out you can't get a new car for $30,000.
And you certainly can't get a new Sprinter for that anymore.
So we went to go buy a new truck. We wanted to get a Ford Maverick because we were just kind of looking, fuel efficiency, all of that. We went to go buy a Maverick, and we left the dealership with a Ford F-150.
Right, because 2 full-size teenagers can't really fit in the back of a Maverick, except for in the truck bed, but you can't throw them in the truck anymore.
I wasn't looking for a truck, and here we are. We got a new truck. So now here we are in Denver. We're going to smash it with the Strange Famous fan. We're going to fly back to Utah. We're going to pick up our truck in Utah. We're going to drive to Missouri, unload our belongings from our van that's over there at the shop, since all the stuff in there needs to get back to our possession.
So then
we're going to rent a U-Haul trailer, load that U-Haul trailer with all of our gear that we unloaded into the gallery. Then we're going to drive back to Utah to pick up our kids. Then we're going to drive back here to Denver, Colorado, Cherry Creek Art Festival to sling some more art.
Yeah.
All of that is going to happen within the next 5 days.
And somehow this has to be edited within there.
And I need to edit this episode.
And you need to do the canvas pieces for Cherry Creek.
And I got to finish the books that everyone's
and
ordered.
You need to order, and there's probably shipping orders, so.
Oh, boy. Well, this is what we do. We've been doing this for about 18 years now. This is how we roll.
No,
15.
15.
Sorry, 15 years. But that's how we roll.
It's happened a couple times, and that really sucked. now we're on the other end of it. I don't know how I feel about having a truck versus a van. On the one hand, I'm really excited to not have to go grocery shopping in the most giant van on the planet. And on the other hand, now we're going to have to tow a trailer everywhere we go, so that's going to kind of suck.
Well, that's our story. Well,
we're here now,
and here
just
we are
fun.
recording a podcast. It is funny, like sometimes, like when we're around some of these people, they think like we're podcasters or something. You know,
yeah, we're not.
But we do this show as a way of providing you with either other content, and I'm a big fan of hip hop and music, and it's also
it made
for a person.
natural sense to you to join the music with your art because that's how you create anyway. So.
Yes, I use music to create my artwork.
So it is kind of funny. Like, so I'm like, oh man, some of these people, like you told me, I won't say who, after we talked to them, they messaged you and said, oh, I watched you. That was so cool. We watch your show every week. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I still think people aren't supposed to be watching the show. Yeah. I still think this is like closet footage. It just doesn't exist.
So that doesn't help Adrienne just to be told that you guys listen to the show or watch the show. That actually makes her not want to do it. For me, it's like
I would
people
say
appreciate
turn it
my
off.
artwork.
Except for this episode, stay tuned for these guys, but otherwise,
don't listen.
Just turn it off.
No, but I mean, people. I'm used to it because people have been buying my artwork for my whole career. Or like I've always provided content that people consumed from me, so I'm used to it, and I actually appreciate it. I like to hear that people listen to the show. So yeah, she's speaking of after our episode with the Metermaids. Sentence messaged me and he said that was fun. I really enjoyed that because I listen to the show regularly. So that was cool.
Weird. It's just weird. So yeah, coming here thinking like, oh, some of these people probably think I'm the biggest bitch. Because if you do watch.
Well, and I was bringing it up specifically because I think Cas One sent a text. Well, I put together for the Strange Famous crew. I did like a group message in Instagram because I wanted to just let everyone know. I was like, hey, we're going to be here filming. If you want to do a recording with us at the Airbnb or here backstage, let's do that. So I created this whole group chain, Instagram group chain, and it turned into a whole back
and
conversation.
Changed.
Yeah, everyone, like all the stuff happening here.
So we get the inside.
We get inside. But I think it was either Cas One or someone mentioned, kind of as a joke, said like kind of like referred to something I wrote or something. Call me a journalist or something, like a journalistic approach or something.
There's a lot happening, so I've missed a lot of that text.
It was just funny because I'm like, journalist? What the fuck? All right, enough of us. A lot of the footage you're going to see is interviews with people at the Airbnb. That was filmed yesterday, the day before their big show tonight, the big Strange Famous Fest show tonight. So I was asking all of these interviews are going to be pre-show performance. There goes BlackLiq right there.
Oh my gosh, he is really tall.
I know. See? I wasn't lying. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Okay.
We had some great conversations. Enjoy these conversations with people. And we mostly just asked them what they were looking forward to playing tonight. So thanks for watching and listening to the DOD45. Enjoy these moments from the Strange Fame Fest, June 17th, 2023 at the Levitt Pavilion in Denver, Colorado. We here. Let's go! DOD45. This is the DOD45 Show, drawing over discussions 45 minutes with a special guest. Welcome. I'm your host and resident artist, Tai of Art by Tai, and with my co-host, Adrienne Taiwali'i, we're having conversations with people we admire and are inspired by. On this episode, we're going to take you inside the Strange Famous Festival that took place in Denver, Colorado at the Levitt Pavilion on June 17th, 2023, where Adrienne and I had the unique pleasure of hanging out with the Strange Famous family during the festival. And in this episode, we're going to share some of our interviews that we did with the performers, show you some highlights from their sets, and discuss some of our own experiences that we had during our weekend with Sage Francis and his Strange Famous family in Denver, Colorado. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. DOD45.
Started out with your cute. Love you, brother.
All right, everybody. Okay, we're at the tail end of the strange famous bonker.
As you may say.
Yeah, pre-show, and we're here with DJ Zole.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hold up. Oh, so sorry to interrupt you, but you're not Sage Francis.
I ain't. And never will I be. That's a tough one to live up to, but that is one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my entire life, and I'm going to email you about that.
This doesn't officially count as our DJ Zole episode because we're
I'm
going to
so
get you
excited.
in. We're going to get you in and do a full-on episode where we can ask you all the big questions.
Oh, yeah.
But for tonight, while we're building up for the big show tomorrow, what are you looking forward to for tomorrow's show? You're starting. You're kicking it off.
Yeah, no, I'm kicking it off and staying on till the end.
The whole night.
Yeah. So what I'm looking forward to the most, number one, is being back here in this amazing state of Colorado because I've been coming here and performing for 20 years. Okay. So it's nice to have. I got a lot of people coming out, and I'm really excited about that.
Are you originally from Denver, or you? Just
No. I'm from California.
But you
Los
just
Angeles.
had
Project Load. We've been coming here for years, man.
And Denver's always come off for you,
taking care of us, you know. And then we've been coming up here forever, and we call it the California in the mountains, and they call us the Colorado by the sea.
Yeah.
You know, for SoCal.
Which makes plenty of sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have people from the ages of 80 to 8 coming to this
Wow.
concert.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Shout out to Shep. She's out here, and she's going to be joining us tonight.
Wow.
You're kicking it off. You're playing like
I'm going to do an hour-long tribute set to everyone that couldn't make it here.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, you're doing a tribute set.
Yeah, and then the strange famous artists that couldn't get here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
I don't even understand the world of, like, playing the music for a rapper. My only insight is from this guy.
Oh, well, doesn't that just make you the most special person at the festival? Congratulations.
So my experience with most DJs are like, oh, rappers always just want to
Happy birthday, Brad.
Oh yeah.
rehearse.
birthday
Yeah, it is.
today.
It is his birthday today. But you don't have to have like rehearsals with a rapper.
No, these are my boys.
Yeah.
You know, what's also a blessing is that I'm an audio engineer and producer and everything, and I got to mix and master a lot of these guys' records that are coming out or out right now.
So I'm
so
sure
I know
through.
these songs, and if not, I'm a diehard fan no matter what. So it's just pumping in the car all day.
Yeah.
So, and when it comes to this guy right here behind you, Mr. Francis,
Mr. Sage,
yeah,
hanging out.
grew up listening to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As everybody else in this room.
I know, isn't that weird? That's like everyone
He's a
we've talking
gatekeeper
to.
for a lot
It
of
is.
us.
It's
you know?
true,
like
right?
a trailblazer, man.
It's different for us. We're just people that do a show to share these artists with everyone else. But you guys are all like performing artists that make music.
Oh yeah.
And I can't express the level of what Sage means to hip hop
In general,
in
right?
general. I just
You saw what they
can't
did at the Grammys?
Yeah, that's
You see what I'm
fucking
saying?
dope. Yeah, it's
That
awesome.
just made me happy to that is hip hop.
But apparently Quest curated that, and he understands hip hop. So,
Oh, yeah, of course.
But like, why wouldn't that have been obvious all along?
You know what? That's a good question because you see those kind of things. You know what I mean? I'm glad that we kind of pull up. You see these shows and all these things. And I brought it up yesterday to the homie Zule. He put up a post that said, to 2023 that hasn't had one hip hop or any kind of number one track at all this year, and it's really weird. I was like, no, well, that's the beauty of hip hop. It won all of them because hip hop is every single piece, and it's people like Francis and it's people like them. Like Francis uses like punk rock culture and synthesis, like synthesizer and electronic all in once, like, and then rapped on it as like we never heard stuff like that, especially Californians. Never heard anything like that. I had to go to the UK to hear stuff like that. You can grab from whatever you want, put it together as hip hop.
What's going to be right off the bat of tomorrow's show? You already
I'm dropping
basically
Flock of Seagulls whether anybody likes it or not.
bat.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you know what you're going to do starting off.
No, I do. We're arranging it right now.
Yeah. What's going to be the whole vibe of the whole show tomorrow? It's a celebration.
It's a celebration of Strange Famous front to back. Nothing else. It's Strange Famous and nothing but Strange Famous.
Yeah, that's the curation of the whole fucking...
That's all it is. Past, present, future, whatever.
I'm impatient. I'm like, should we just do the show?
Yeah.
Can you guys all start performing now?
Can we just get this going?
Someone have a speaker?
You know?
Here, let me ask you this one question.
Okay.
Do you have any celebrity phone numbers in your phone?
Oh, yeah. Because I do live in that area.
Oh, that's true.
I do live in that area.
Do people reach out and like...
What do you mean, call me? Yeah, these are buddies.
Yeah, let's call them
Like,
up.
There's one that I could tell you.
Well, who can you call?
I have Kid from Kid and Play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll call him on the episode.
Bro, do that. No, my son's 15.
Yeah.
And we were doing a show in we were in Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Okay.
And our son was staying at the hotel by himself because we went and did the show, and we came back, and he was fucking watching House Party.
Get out.
My son's not like really
But he
doing
sat
shit like
in
that.
and felt
he was
he was
watching.
with
It was
it.
on, and I was like, bro, you watching fucking House Party right now?
How you vibing, dude?
It was just fucking cool. Like he was watching
Like just
fucking House
picking up,
Party.
like that. That's how I feel all the time when someone picks up on like, because I'm also my brother. He has his daughter, my niece. She lives with us, and she'll pick up on like little things like that.
Yeah.
And like you're just like, so it still is cool. Now
Yes,
than it was
it is.
when it was then. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not losing my shit.
No, you're not. It is.
So.
Read the room says.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I just love fucking playing dibs.
No.
I was so happy.
Cut off.
That's why you didn't say anything at the restaurant.
Yeah, but I don't have the heart to play that on because I did play it during Cass's segment and Cass started crying.
Dibs can do that too.
I know he does.
He could
It made
real
people
quickly.
cry.
Dibs can do that too. So Dibs has been there for me ever since I was younger because I came in the scene with the Project Lodians and I crew with like Drez and all those guys, and I'd come around. I didn't really have too many DJ friends,
Right.
and I just because of the
Yes.
skateboard culture with him.
Sure.
Right.
Me and him just connected on skateboard culture. That guy's there for me always, dude. I love Brad.
Sheldon.
For all y'all listening in, it is Dibs' birthday, and I text him to say happy birthday, and he obviously knows where I am, and he just goes, appreciate that. Make sure to tell Ty at the festival. Tell him to push the Dibs button for you. You'll love it, seriously. So that's why I was kind of like losing it at first, because
You
not only
weren't
am I
sure.
hearing one of the greatest friends I have in this, but I know what his face he's making when he's doing them.
You know what he's doing it.
Yeah, no, I can just picture the whole thing.
What time you rocking it off out tomorrow?
I start at 4 o'clock, right
And
when
then
the
you
doors
end
open, and I
at-
stay up until
Wow.
we finish the whole thing.
Well,
okay.
you stand when you're doing a set. You stand the whole time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take a few breaks.
He's still young though.
Yeah, I'm only gonna be 38 on
That's
Tuesday.
young.
Tuesday, happy birthday.
Yes.
We got a
Happy
lot
birthday.
of birthdays.
Yeah.
That's so young.
Actually,
38.
the day next is better, the 21st, which is I'll be 7 years sober that day.
When you
And that's
fucking
solstice.
good for you.
Is that summer solstice?
That's summer
awesome.
solstice.
Yeah.
When you're doing Project Blue,
7
you're
years sober.
38.
Good
What,
for
what
you.
were you? Fucking
14.
10? 14?
14.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skateboarding. They have ramps out there. My mom would go. My mom's a professional dance choreographer, and
wow.
I knew Drez as a young kid through the skateboard industry, and we would just go there. Love hip hop. Wanted to see the guys that were rapping behind all the cool skate videos, and I would skate the handrail up front. And then I started DJing at like 12, so I was scratching at that time too. And then Drez probably brought it up to my mom's attention, like, you might want to pay attention to that. And it just kept going to the point where they interjected Ab, all of them, and with my family. They got very close.
Yeah.
How old were we when Domino Effect came out? 17. So we put out an album at 17 and it goes. Senior year of high school.
Wow.
And so it's just over. It's been over since then.
Yeah. And you heard it. Well, you already knew it.
Yeah.
If you're a Zole fan, you already knew it.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
All right. Well, fucking that. Well, check this out. I'm gonna show some footage of Zole rocking the fucking show. That's happened. All right. Thank you so much for chatting with us. And guess what? We're gonna have the homie on as a full episode.
Oh yeah, full episode coming soon,
Bye.
guys. Love you guys.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Peace.
It's been beautiful rocking with you. My name's Cas One. That's John Little. That's Seez Little. And that's my boy Kizzard right there. Make some noise for Zole. Thank you so much, Denver.
It's been so long since I was back here that I didn't know. I was like, is this the entrance? So when I saw you, if you didn't come out here, I'd have been standing here for like until somebody came out.
Guess when you see it, it's as bad if not worse when you don't. So don't look down unless you're up to seeing who's there when it's just you.
Listen, here's what I imagine happened in my head. I imagine we just watched some footage of.
Please.
Yeah, would we be showing Seez's performance first before? Yeah, we're probably just looking at a little bit of footage of him performing. How did you do?
That was amazing.
You were great.
It was the best. I don't even need to actually go tomorrow. I just know how good it's going to be.
You were awesome.
It was great.
Well, here we are. We're hanging out with Seez Mics, who was a guest on our show early on in the season, or not the season, but in the show.
At some point.
And you're performing at what part of the evening are you performing at?
So I'm batting leadoff. I'm actually the first person that's going to go. And when Sage asked, I was happy to do it. I'm super excited about being able to perform on stage with all these people, but I also didn't mind going first because I didn't want to wait around for 3 hours thinking, I haven't done a show in like 5 years. Is
that the case? You haven't? Have you not been up on stage for 5 years?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling at this moment?
Good. I've practiced a lot, and I always feel like the whole point of practice was to just have it be second nature, muscle memory, in turn, because the hard part is like what happens if I forget shit. Mm-hmm. And then, that I feel like that happens once all the time, and then if you just don't let it become a big deal, people don't even notice. So
do you have a plan in place for if you forget a lyric?
I'm guaranteed to forget a lyric now.
I think there's a saying that goes, when in doubt, mumble out.
Yes, when in doubt, mumble out. I'll just do a crazy hand movement. Like, that's what rappers do.
Oh, wait, we did learn that Sage does what does Sage do? Sage,
snaps.
Oh, he snaps when he forgets a lyric.
Okay, that's good. It's like a mnemonic way to get your brain
I
back
guess. So
it's
what's
like
yours?
A fidget spinner.
You're going to do this?
Yes. I'll close my eyes and start crying.
That will get you through it?
That part where he cried was weird. I didn't like that part of the song.
Well, we determined in our last episode with the Metermaids that it is going to be a lot of crying, so that'll go right along with
Okay. Fair's fair. No, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I think I'm going first, and I'm excited about that because I think these are always the fun kind of shows where you really want to be able to catch everybody doing their thing. And for me, I'd be so in my head before I went on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be 100% in tune with what's happening, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Do you think it would be a struggle if you were watching 2 other, 3 other, 4 others?
I mean, as long as it's people who I know and like, I'm like, they're going to stick to the time, but they're not going to basically like fuck it up by saying or doing something ridiculous where the crowd is just the antagonist. So in that sense, I don't think I'd have a problem with it, but like, it's been a long time since I've been on stage. My wife and I have 2 kids. After our second one, it just wasn't feasible for me to go do as many shows as I had been. And so it's been a while, but I'm looking forward to it. I practiced a lot. I'm super excited.
Well, and the cool part about this is that everybody's it's all the same team. It's all the same. So it's not like I know like when comics go up, they all comedians, but like if one comic kills before the other comic, that's like, but it's like a whole family affair. So it's almost like if you were at a family funeral, or maybe we should say, let's say reunion. Yeah. No, but if like someone speaks, everyone wants to hear everyone speak.
Right.
At a family affair.
Yep, that's a very good way to put it, as opposed to like being like, oh, good, that person fucked up. Now I'll look better. I think Cas has told me he's going to boo me repeatedly, but he's going to be far away from the stage, so hopefully people can't hear him.
Well, and he's got a funny voice. His boos might sound like yays.
Right.
I don't know. I just wanted to throw out some disses.
My experience with, like, when I was younger, going to a lot of concerts. I was going to see the Beastie Boys one time, and the Roots opened for them. And I don't remember the Beastie Boys. It was all the Roots. So, and the same with, then I went to go see the Roots, and Erykah Badu opened for them. Okay. And all I remember was Erykah Badu. So
that might be a memory thing for you, but I'm just thinking of that memory.
That could be like, that's a kind of a great thing about going first.
Yeah. Well, another really nice aspect of it, and I think I mentioned this when I was on the first time with you, I just still have a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that, like, not only am I friends with Sage Francis, who I remember just listening to like all of his music over and over and over again before I even crossed paths with him musically, but now like we're friends. He's got enough faith in me to put out music that I put out. Yeah. But I'm the only one who's going to get a personal introduction from him by going first.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right? So I mean that's just a special moment.
Old vet. We got a lot of old vets on Strange Famous, but this is the first person who ever interviewed me on a college radio station back in 1999. So we got a long history. Thank you very much. And give it up for motherfucking Seez Mics!
Is there what song you most looking forward to performing tonight? Or tonight.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tonight. Yeah. Yesterday. It was great.
Last week.
So there's I think I talked to you about it. I think the reason I came on with you guys, you were kind enough to have me on, was we just dropped Even in Death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Even in Death is a record by myself and a legendary MC producer out of Baltimore named Cubby Bear. And he and I had known each other for well over a decade, had worked on a record. He got diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer.
Oh, that's right.
In August of 2016. I remember it clearly because he got diagnosed August of 2016, was at my wedding in October of 2016. Looked amazing. Was gone by the following May. Like, it was really quick. And to his credit, he was always like, immediately after the diagnosis, I want to round out what he and I had been working on. And it just wasn't in the cards. But people like DJ Cas One out of Baltimore and then Alexander Brown of Strange Famous Records, we were able to put together that record. To answer your question about what I'm most looking forward to performing tomorrow is the title track off that record. It's called Even in Death. And it's funny because the way it came together was, without getting too into the weeds about what files mean and all that stuff, everything that Josh had left behind, you were able to get into like the nitty-gritty of the drums and the bass. The one thing he had left behind was the beat that eventually became Even in Death. And it was just, for anybody who hasn't heard it, I'd recommend it because just the beat alone, it really captures the point of the song.
It's a great song.
I don't feel like I need to say a whole lot on the song. Of course I do because I'm an egomaniac. But the point being, it was just an MP3 of the beat. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it'll sound good enough. And we eventually said, fuck it, let's just do it. I think it's of all the songs I've ever written conceptually, I think it hits the bullseye more than any other song I've written from a concept standpoint. So I'll be performing that.
And so like you said, you haven't performed for 5 years. So you haven't performed since his
Well before
his.
Oh no, So my son was born March 2019, and I remember 2 weeks after he was born, going to see Epic Beardmen in DC, and I wasn't on that show. Then I was like, the last time I performed was before that with Epic Beardmen in Baltimore. So
are you worried about
Epic Beardmen?
No, yeah. Are you worried about emotions grabbing you while you're performing?
No, it's funny, man. Like. So Sage was pretty involved with putting that record together, and there was always we would communicate about like the different files. There was a lot of work because what we had to do was, after Josh passed, get his computer and then figure it out. There was just a lot of like administrative details around that album, and once they were finalized, that's when I was like, oh, Like, geez, I just lost like this really close friend of mine. And it was, several years later that I finally was able to move away from having to wrap up that album to processing what had happened. And so I think tomorrow what will happen, I hope, is, well, or maybe if I experience that, it would be cool too, but I think I'm able to compartmentalize the music.
Yeah.
And
there's a separation between the two.
So, but the one thing I haven't done, and the reason I like that song most for me in terms of the writing of it is I think it's funny when you write songs about a common experience that you want other people to get something out of. You can either do real broad strokes, so everybody's like, I can relate to that, or you go super specific, so everyone's like, those weren't the exact details, but I can relate. And so I went super specific, and I'll be interested to see if people find it as cathartic to listen to, even if they don't know who Cubby was, but about somebody that they lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. So maybe you'll be the one watching everyone else crying, and you're not the one crying.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, before I give you our gift, because we've got gifts for all of our past guests on the show, who are you excited to see? Whose set are you most excited to see?
All of them. I mean, honestly, awesome. I've seen Cas several times. I've seen Metermaids. I've seen Sage. I've seen Cas eating watermelon behind you. That's a new part of the set.
I can smell the watermelon too.
What is going on?
Honestly, everybody, I think another, like I was saying, sometimes when I would do shows at home that I had booked, I'd bring in people from out of town I wanted to see and not get to watch them because I was dealing with stuff. Whereas this, Sage is just running the shit, like he's on top of it. And so I can just focus on performing.
Let's see how on top of it he is.
Look at that.
He's over there cutting watermelon.
Cut that melon.
Keeping the, would you call them electrolytes? So you can you get electrolytes from watermelon?
That's a great
imagine
question.
So.
I'm going to say yes.
I throw a little salt on it, and I guess you can.
There you go. I don't know which direction you want to go at. I had, my dad was from Youngstown, Ohio. Like, his parents were like first generation Italians. So I remember being real young and them putting salt on watermelon. I was like, why is it? But there was that old world knowledge,
We did that.
Yeah, we did a lot of the salts on the watermelon.
And the end cut, they give it to you with a spoon.
Yeah.
And it was a bowl of watermelon.
Soul says salt on everything.
Salt on everything, salt on everything, salt on everything, but I put it on nothing.
Salt on everything, but he puts it on nothing, ironically.
Oh. Our soul or the other soul?
Not our son's soul, but the
okay,
soul that we named our son after.
Did you really name? I was gonna.
Well, on a level, a little bit. So our son's soul is SOUL, but
So actually, I had was it Copper Gone? I think in our 5-disc changer in our truck, I had to go get Mylar for some of his art. We were doing stencils at the time, and Soul and Sage, and I don't remember who else, but they were on shuffle. And it was a digital, it was like a nice for the time, and it said like Soul, because I knew, and then I was like Soul. I could do Sole Soul works, but we just call them Soul.
Gotcha, very cool. Well, so I remember listening to your interview with Soul.
Yeah, I wish we'll probably have to set another one up.
What's wrong?
I was just a little nervous about the activism stuff, so I kind of, I wasn't sure where I was going to go. Things have changed now. Like I'm a little more comfortable.
You listen hard to a lyric, and then maybe you decide something in lyrics, and then you you build a persona of someone.
Yes.
And that's what we all do.
To that point, that's another thing that's been fun about seeing people perform. Like, I've listened to Jesse the Tree's music, over and over. Pigeon Man is a great album. And meeting him in person, to your point, is like I have this idea in my head of what he'd be like, but he's kind of like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's that like funny, thoughtful, clever kind of dude.
That's this whole weekend for us.
Yes.
I've been listening to you guys, to all of you, for so long. So
well, thank you for what you do. I mean, the documentary aspect of it is amazing.
I appreciate it. And Adrienne did say something interesting to me today because I was feeling very
surprised.
I was feeling very fifth wheely about like meeting over there at lunch and everything. I was like, oh, I hate, this is the labels thing and everything. But she did say, I bet a lot of the artists actually learned something about each other, even just from our show.
Yes.
So I appreciate that. We know that you're a Chiefs fan. We live in Missouri and
Not Missouri.
yeah, we live there part time, and it's always a gamble with my friends are Cardinals fans. It's not really a gamble anymore with the Chiefs because they're probably
home.
Well, not only that, they're going to be in there for a quite long time, so it's going to be an Eagles Chiefs thing forever. But we got you a deck of cards.
Amazing.
It's always a gamble. We got you a deck of Chiefs cards.
That's so cool.
So
I'm always coming up aces with my Chiefs cards. Look at that, the Joker.
Okay.
We're in Denver, and it's the Joker.
Joker.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, and we're looking forward to seeing you cry during your set.
I'll cry right now if you'd like.
Or the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do. As soon as you start performing that song, I'm gonna film the audience, and we'll see if they're crying.
Okay. That sounds good.
What if they aren't crying?
Fuck them.
And we'll
make them cry.
We'll take a
You gotta
tire
go home now.
We'll just take a tire iron.
Yeah, right. You're crying now, aren't you? Thank you so much. You're so thoughtful, so clever with the gifts, and to the notion of maybe being a fifth wheel, absolutely not.
Well,
you guys are as much family as anybody here.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you having you on. Okay, we'll see you. We'll see a great performance from Seez. Here's some footage of Seez. Peace. Peace.
All hands on deck, some octopus shit. Don't push him. Cali package with the cushion. Disseminated till it's featherweight. Celebrate another day. Rotational axis. Hey ya. Eat beast for practice. Every part like haggis. Past the condom is cuts. I dose the parliament. Pardon me, bruv. Cow rip in the pocket. Cue ball in the glove. Threw salt in the slug. But my left hand pepper Lou. Fuck a pedigree. I got degrees just to help you. Car blue shell proof. Too sharp from hell spume. No silver spoon. Shit's wooden like Jabbar days.
All right, we're here with Jesse the Tree, and we're hanging out in the strange famous Airbnb, and it's awesome to see in person. But we should get started with this. We were giving everybody their gifts after their segment, but we figure we should give you your gift first, because the last time we had a chat with you, we were talking about we were going to drink some wine together.
Yes, we did.
So we got you.
Oh my God!
We know you love cats.
That's the most
show me your kitties.
Sweetest thing. Oh, I gotta show it to the camera.
Show me your kitties.
And some wine
and
to put in
some
it.
Intrinsic wine to put in it.
I can take it on the plane.
Say when.
When?
Oh shit! I don't know if the camera could see it, but that was the best pour ever.
He's been waiting so patiently. I don't know the build-up. I don't know.
Lots of water.
I love that because
I'll have a glass.
Yeah, well,
I love that because
it.
usually when I'm pouring someone like about there, they go when.
I'll actually have this pink wine. That's probably too strong for me.
Well, then I'll drink that one.
Get you a glass.
I got the
and don't get it twisted. This isn't really how it goes down at Strange Famous, but.
Okay, I guess I'm going with
that one. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But it was in our episode with you. We talked about having a glass of wine. So cheers.
Or
show me your kitties.
Show me your kitties. I will cherish this for the rest of my life.
I listened to our last episode just recently, and I fucking laughed the whole time through.
We had a good time.
We had a great conversation, and your discussion, and the part about when you're talking about looking at your cat and your cat judging you.
Oh my God! It's only gotten worse. It's completely out of
getting
control.
old and bitchy.
Oh, he's getting old and bitchy. Well, I have two guys and a gal.
Oh, okay.
Dave Bernie Binks.
Do they team up on you though?
They team? Yeah. They like my girlfriend a lot.
Oh,
they're like very partial to her. I'm kind of like dad's home. You know what I mean? Like. They love me, but it's in that kind of, like, they'll love me more when they're older.
Here's my questions for you.
Yeah.
What song are you most looking forward to performing at the show?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I have a special guest I'm bringing up for my last song, and that's Henry Osborne.
Yes.
He's going to be doing the last song with us, and we haven't released the song yet.
Oh, cool.
But we've had it made for a long time. So he'll be coming up, and the song's called It's Sorted.
This girl for all of you times up OC. Braces off your heart and Steve, this is you straight C. Straight away, loafers at my door. Snowmobile, moon mistakes, explode, we eradicate the floor. Frame gore. Men have dummy dummy, dummy. Paper laundering, meanwhile unraveling this mummy.
You guys obviously probably recorded it in separate spaces.
Yes. Yep.
You both know your lyrics all the way through.
Yep.
What's going to be the difference when, because this will be the first time you're performing it on stage together?
On stage, yeah. He was in Rhode Island last week, and we recorded a video for it.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of got to go through the motions of that.
Right.
So it's going to be stellar.
Rapport one-on-one that's recent.
And we're pals,
you know?
yeah. And we're buddies, so.
That's cool.
And it's a very, like, a beat I've never really rapped on before.
Oh, so that's fucking cool. So yeah, that's
shit.
that's the answer to that question.
Yeah, I'm
that's
looking forward to that.
Oh, at lunch today, I told this to Cas One. I don't speak it to many other people, and especially don't speak it much around the Strange Famous fam. But I did tell Cas One at lunch today that I have a current favorite rapper on the Strange Famous label. Want to take a guess who it is? It's you.
No shit.
Yeah, that's for real.
Man.
I fucking listen to.
I'm blushing on the live stream.
Can you say that?
What?
That's like,
I know.
that's like telling
did
your
it.
kid.
Well, I
on
shared
video.
a secret too. I shared a secret right before, so we were doing secret sharing.
Sharing secrets,
Oh, okay.
and none of them are my kids.
But they all might watch this, and they're like, oh.
They all might want to.
Hey, guess what? Even when I was telling Cas, because I've always been a big fan of Cas, he was like, "Yeah, I think he might be mine too."
That's two.
I know.
Yeah,
that's 2 votes.
I love it. Like I every time when we do a show at an art show, when I'm gonna put on music, I'm like, oh, I just want to just play all Jesse the Tree.
Oh,
just
that's
feels
sick,
good. Like all your raps are everything's great. Everyone on Strange Famous is great, but yeah, not really. I'm a big fan. So
I'm excited for you to hear the new stuff that Mopes and I are getting started on.
Well, you guys are working on stuff.
We're working on
Yeah.
it, so I'm gonna try and get it kind of done over the summer,
Yeah.
and then we'll think about a release date. And it's gonna be cool.
That'll be awesome.
Follow up kind of to Pigeon Man
And Pigeon Man's so fucking good. And then I know this is a Strange Famous event, but that fucking whoa.
Oh, the Sleeping Dogs.
That Sleeping Dogs fucking album, the whole thing is.
Thank you, man. That was
true magic.
Before I fall asleep, I think of a bar. Carve it in the sheets, whoa, tallying my lucky stars. It's hard to keep on, the paperwork piling, gaslight shining, old cycles start chiming in. So I'ma try again, 10 toes down, deep breath, new day, blow the endo out. Level-headed, but the dread get loud, so I let the record deck drown the sounds out, down, but I'll rise again. Steady water in the flower pot, peppers on the.
Thank you. It was like cool to take like a little kind of different direction with that, where it's kind of like not just straight hip hop all the way through.
Yeah.
And I produced half of it, and my buddy Andrew, the other member in Sleeping Dogs, produces. So we split the beats and kind of just did like a no rules kind of deal, and just
fucking great.
No concepts really. We were just like, let's just have fun writing.
Yeah, let's get on there and make fucking magic.
And that was it.
Hey, and we owe you another congratulations.
Yes, we do. What do you call it? A doctor?
I don't even know what you just did.
A bachelor.
A master's.
Masters.
The program I did was 4 years, but some people get it done in like 1 or 2 years. It took me 4.
Well, yeah, but you were doing part-time.
I did part-time, like mostly night classes, and 4 years later, so I got my master's.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Social work.
But now you can do social work. Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
And
but I'm interested in just doing like a adult counseling.
Yeah.
You know, even like teen adult
when we were
counseling.
talking with you, didn't you mention something about maybe even possibly doing art, like some sort of art therapy?
Yeah, I would love
Yeah.
to do that. So I'm gonna do like, you know, get my feet in the water and try a couple jobs out and see what I like. But eventually, I'd love to open up like a studio.
Yeah, with a master's, can you build your own program?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
There's something called a LICSW, which is like licensed independent clinical social worker.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what my mom is, and you can do like LLCs and stuff
She
like that. Yeah, so we're thinking of like teaming up, my mom
dope.
and I, and like studio art kind of area.
Whose set are you looking forward to seeing
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I would have to say the guys I haven't seen perform live. I've never seen Cas perform live. Never seen Seez Mics perform live. I'm trying to think. I feel like I've never seen Jivin Scientists.
Right. Oh, and
So
you're kind of one up on you guys, because you guys had the show in Rhode Island.
Yes.
You and Mopes,
And
Early
BlackLiq.
Adopted,
And
Sage,
BlackLiq.
BlackLiq, and Storm got on too.
Storm did a song. It was that was a blast.
That was kind of like a pre
this.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He was jealous.
I was so
Oh,
jealous.
we'll get you out there.
We're gonna
No, not for that. But just
that's
like
fun.
for being
I
there.
can't wait to
Yeah.
see it. Oh, what's your plan if you forget a lyric? Do you ever forget your lyrics?
I usually I don't get too risky with the song choices.
Oh,
So
okay.
I usually, for something like this on like a larger scale, I'll do
pick
the
what
stuff I know really well.
Oh.
There's like a couple of newer ones that most people haven't heard, but
So when you say risky, that means newer songs that
stuff
aren't
that
embedded.
I haven't performed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe I wrote it a while ago, but if I haven't like gone through the muscle memory of performing it live, because then once you do that, it's kind of
You're just going.
it's weird. Yeah, it's like when you explain it, when people are like, "How do you remember all your lyrics?" You really don't. It's
like speaking.
You're kind of
Like
going
walking.
into it's
Like,
like,
how do I
you
walk?
have to do that.
Yeah.
So if you think about
Yeah.
what you wrote or how to finish the verse or anything like that, you're gonna stumble. So you
Yeah.
have to go into like the reptile part of the brain.
Oh, reptile part of the brain.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
right?
of
The
course.
reptilian
Yeah.
part.
Yes.
Hey, that's
Okay, so the story twos. Send 'em back home like dirty shoes. Ladies slipper in the corner of glue. My style's like a wild horse on the loose. More than tour, I'm mutually exclusive. Whole taking the blueprint.
Well, we're looking
What
forward
about the
to
card?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you a question with
need a card.
the rap question, the rap
Trivia.
trivia we gave for
Oh,
Sage.
because they gotta
This was Strange Famous gift from us. Oh shit, dude!
Is
How's your
That's a
hip hop
long
knowledge?
read.
man?
What is it?
That's a whole
80s shit
paragraph.
or?
Which of these MCs have never been a member of Brand Nubian?
Okay.
AG, Grand Puba, Lord Jamar, or Sadat X?
Grand Puba. No.
No, Grandpa was it Lord X?
No.
No. Sadat X.
We'll go through all of
AG.
them.
AG.
Next time.
You could have done 1997 Patriots. Which player was not on the team?
Well, here's a question for you: how many first round draft picks did Danny Ainge pick up for the Jazz by giving away their whole team?
Is it like 11?
It's like 492.
Yeah, I think it was between 11 and 492. And like, yeah,
Well, we looked like we were gonna
like for
do
the
something.
2060 draft,
We'll still be trading first round draft picks in 2060.
it'll be all AI people by then.
We secured AI first round draft picks back in 2023.
Google branded,
Yeah.
some guy like just Jack Staubin Williams.
Well, I think was it you that said you didn't like Danny Ainge in one of our conversations? Might have been you.
I don't like him, but I don't hate him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think he's a sleazy dude.
Well, he's
but,
doing some sleazy with the Jazz, and maybe we'll end up.
But you're gonna end up good. I'm telling you.
We're looking
It's
good.
that kind of sleaze.
Because
yeah.
I play for the
I
Jazz.
You had a good run with the Jazz, man.
Yeah, I
If
did.
it wasn't for that damn Stockton, you would have got some playing time.
Well, yeah, I would have got way more playing time. All right.
Didn't he do the Kerrigan thing to you?
Yeah, he
Bash
did.
your
Yes.
knees?
Well, it was like game one. It was opening night. Yeah, and Stockton fucking tire ironed me.
Yeah. It was very underreported, but I didn't forget.
Well, we've learned some things about Stockton that are quite disappointing.
Yeah,
so-
well, it kind of adds up now. Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse. Well, it was awesome
All
chatting with
right.
you. And
Love
hey,
you
everybody out
guys.
there, watch this footage of Jesse performing on stage at the Strange Famous.
Oh, are we going to have
Fest.
footage?
Yeah, I'm filming it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sick.
Some, right?
All right, well,
Some.
I better wear a good outfit then.
You should.
I only brought one.
Don't wear what you're wearing
Not
today.
right now. Not my Cheeto stained Puma sweatpants.
All right, everyone, check
All right,
it out.
guys, peace.
Peace.
Star shines in the fire. Make sure you remember like earth, wind, and the fire. Real tired, but the tread's still good. Carolina brown till the engine is cooked. Rhododendrons and dragons, deciduous dual winning. Cold infamous Bruce Willis still in the crew winning. Who you kidding? I got splinters improvements. Status quo suckers wanna hinder the movement. Can't pass in it with the spinning with glue stick. Rise from the cold with the sinister blueprint. I do this. Denver, we do this. Shout out to Oldominion, Eddie Scissorhands with the wicked plans. Call a hole in the sky to watch the crickets dance. The cats got toes in their throats like Wicker Man. My sister didn't sit in the can and still stands. Small victory, strong like hickory. Hickory dock, 80 pop, mother goose rock. Stooges and trolls pay the usual tolls. The show is over, now we're moving home. Let's go. Let's go. Give it up for DJ Zole over here.
I'm standing side stage, all cool in a place. Arms in a lace with the fams embrace. When this punk MC try to step to my face on some cypher shit.
We're still here at the Strange Famous Airbnb, and I'm not gonna lie, I poured a glass of wine for Jesse, and I probably drank more wine than I tend to want to. But we're hanging out right now with Cas One and Sean Little.
Sean Little is my best friend brother.
Best fan brother, and I'll tell you, anyone out there right now, go watch the videos. What do you call them videos?
I think it's like the therapy sessions.
Therapy sessions.
So, Jacob, how are you relating to success?
Success?
Yes, historically you've discussed having a metric-based relationship with success.
I'm glad that you fucking asked about this, man, because I've done a shitload of work on this. I don't think that success is like thousands of Spotify listeners. I don't think that success is hundreds and hundreds of pre-orders, which I have gotten in the past. I don't feel like success is emails from fucking awesome celebrities like Pauly Shore or even Sage Francis, who is my friend.
Well, what is success?
To me, now, success is like making art, even doing art, like completing it and then feeling good about it. And you might want to write this down. It's not like the destination, it's the journey.
They're going to be a series of those.
Okay.
Yeah, they're funny.
Yep.
They're funny.
Okay.
They're great. Which brings me to this question real quick, Sean. Are you an actual therapist?
No.
Now you play a good one.
That's not necessarily true. He was my marriage counselor in a previous life.
Yeah, I mean, I've done counseling and coaching, all of this stuff, but formally, am I a therapist? No.
Could be.
Well, you do a good job.
Thank you.
He's so attentively, like,
he's gonna look you in your eyes.
Yeah, he was. I love
There's
it.
no looking at himself in this camera like I'm going to do. You all know that I care about therapy a lot.
Yes.
And so my two favorite things are like, I love talking about mental health more than, it's the most interesting thing in the world to me, especially when comedians talk about it. I love humor as well. And it's like meshing those two worlds and then bringing it into the music world. Am I talking?
No, you're talking just fine, but.
So.
Oh, no!
Is that Is that dibs?
No! Six-pen up!
What's that? Zip it up?
No, I'm joking.
No, but really.
I thought you were sweet.
He's gonna cry. I told you.
No, I was turning up your mic. I was just turning up your mic. Don't
Next.
do that to me. Don't do that to me. You'll make me cry.
Are you gonna start crying?
Do my eyes water up?
Yeah.
When I joke, I can make them do it.
You can.
That's how I win arguments.
You're gonna make me start to cry.
I can cry.
Stop it.
Don't do it.
I'll cry.
Wait. Did you get a? Did you? You cut you off.
Oh my god, do you like Puss in Boots when his like eyes get all big?
What
We did.
You guys want secret time?
Yeah.
When I tell my friends that I love them a lot. When I tell Sean that I love him, like I'll be very serious and be like, I'm really happy that I have a friendship like yours and you're my brother. I cry every fucking time I look at him.
You saw Sean Little. This is my brother, my man, my best friend.
Check another page in the book for putting letters in the word. People ask how I'm living better than I deserve. Never could I have ever cured the ills of my soul. Still so ill, no grill full of gold, no 3-finger ring mingling in my rapper's skins. How it happens is happenstance. At a glance, at a plan, at a man struck bounce to the rhythm of life, a flash in the pan, a vapor or mist. Pull the caper for kicks, kids chase cool with your veins of it exist. As we all get paid to get played to get pissed, don't make no bit of sense. Peace to the belligerent, as bigger been to the bitter end. They bring us up grin and get it in with my friends. Sean Little, Cas One, and make condition. A monster out my well, hell, keep on pushing.
I get these little tears, and then I'm like,
And you
like
toughen
look
up.
off into the side, so hopefully he doesn't see.
What are you trying to do when you do that? Because I do that when I talk about Adrienne. I can
You,
feel
like, tear
myself.
up?
When we were just saying we were together, I started doing it, I go, and then I hurry up and get out of it. Why do we?
I think I don't have as I value and tend to the close relationships that I have, and I take them extremely personally.
When I can feel, I go, oh shit, I'm about to cry. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Vulnerability.
Yeah.
Fear. Oh, I gotta hide myself. I don't
Yeah.
have to be seen. I don't have to be, you know, if I show you who I am, you get the
Did you
choice to
expect to
accept
have-
me. You get the choice to accept me or not.
Did you
Or we're
expect to
terrified or
have
not.
this real of a conversation during a party?
Always. No.
Get on my back, get in my back. Get on my level, while that player field. Get off the donkey, get a girl, bring the ring. You can't pay the dues, we can't start a campaign. I am the lightest that I'm playing to the country. The world is full of snakes, so I just doing my shit. I'm watching shit from the cops and the government. On a surfboard, around my way through the mothership. Independently, Indiana, and straight. Serving to my mama and them heads up in my city. Busy with thinking so they can miss me with the offer. Drink 100 beers every year with some monsters.
Well, we should tell our audience. You and Sean just drove to Strange Famous Fest from Indiana.
Evansville, Indiana.
How was the drive?
It was a lot. Like we have our boys with us.
Yeah, that in itself is pretty brave.
Sean has a 4-year-old, and his name's Sage, unrelated.
Oh, okay.
In Kittrick. So the first day it was cool. They bicker back and forth. We talk about bubbles and how we all interact with each other, and it was good. The next day, my son, Kittrick, got sick. He was throwing up, like in the
For
car,
sure, bro.
like in the car, throwing up.
Yeah.
And that's when therapy was like, it took.
Good.
I didn't react. I was like, we got this.
Yeah.
We're gonna take care of this. So handled it. It was stress. It was. There was a point yesterday where I felt sorry for myself, and I was like, I'm on vacation, and I don't get to enjoy this how I want to enjoy this.
You realize it's okay for me to have that feeling.
That's exactly it. I can have that feeling. I was driving to Walgreens at 1 o'clock in the morning last night, and I felt sorry for myself, and I yelled out loud in the car, did you think life was going to be easy?
Right.
Like, fucking man up. So, I did. I got threatened while I was at Walgreens by a man that had a pit bull
Oh, geez.
puppy.
Why?
Because I pushed his dog off of my leg after it dribbled piss on my shoe.
Oh, my God.
At 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, get your dog. And he was like, I'll get you outside. And I was like, I analyzed the situation, realized I would have lost that fight twice, and said, it's not that. I'm having a rough night, man.
Did you say that to him?
I did.
Awesome.
I said, I'm
How
having
did
a
he
rough
take
night.
it?
He goes,
oh, see how...
no words, though.
Yeah,
Just
but
a-
he recognized that.
I walked
oh,
out
you're
to
right.
that car, shook.
Yeah.
I was shook. I'm in a city where I don't know anybody, but and look at it. If you take the camera around, none of these people are fighting for me.
Give another round to the outer tower. Whiskey sours on 50 hours of no sleep. Sleep beat the streets with long walks on short leashes. with a heart full of legions and an arm length from Jesus. Devils and demons and Jacob. This garden's for aphids and I'm harder like patience. When I'm here standing faces, so that's what my old statements when life is a basement, time is a vagrant. I'm 6 feet complacent, leave it on wait and see. I'm in my head more than I'm outside. But I'm like half size of my downtime and drowning my drinks. The hours not sleep, the drinks they do fade.
Except you.
You know, well, I'll tell you what.
I think they fight.
I will fight. What I have learned in my lifetime is that my fight was always in the wrong. It was just wrong. I wish I would have been able to just go. I wish I would have just said, "Oh, I'm just having a bad day." Everyone responds to that. Everyone's like, "Oh, I fucking get it. I've had a million bad days."
Well, and that's two things we were talking about: the projection piece. That's all that anger and that fighting and that aggression is. It's a projection, but also vulnerability.
Well,
you look like at 1 o'clock in the morning telling some dude that can beat your ass, "Hey man, I'm having a bad day." You know,
your
like that's
dog's
vulnerable.
The only reason I did not fight that man is because he would have beat me up. I'm not going to pretend like that was therapy. It was shookness.
Cas didn't arrive to the Strange Famous
oh yes, showing up with like 2 black eyes.
He was shanked in the neck.
He did look like a killer.
Walk away, his hands shook, raising up to I be a monk, get snuffed to bounce back to the liquor store. That damn broke for like a minute or more. What is tiny pile of bones trying to spark up from a pour? Cock back and sword in it, put it at his throat. And as his last woke said, behold the great flood. Bullet in his lungs and then he drowned in his blood.
What's really what you're looking forward to performing? What song specific you're looking forward to performing tomorrow?
It's my best set that I've ever made. To me, it's like it feels. I'm very excited to do it all. The last song ends it with a pretty big bang. It's a really big bang.
When people start talking like that, though, I'm like,
I kill myself. No.
No. You can't even joke about that.
No.
No, you can't even joke like that.
No.
I know, but oh boy.
Cut that.
I will. I'm gonna cut it.
That's Seez Mics, and that's my boy Kizzard right there. Make some noise for Zole.
Yeah, fucking tired. Killed it.
What do you think?
Oh, that was pretty crazy.
You like watching your dad on stage?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. That's your first time seeing Pops on stage?
Yeah.
Awesome, huh? Whose set are you guys most excited to see?
Jesse the Tree. I think Jesse is like my favorite rapper right now. Or Jivin Scientists.
Oh, I know.
But their new album is
fire.
So fire. It's angry.
Yeah.
It's like I hope that translates on stage. And I haven't seen Metermaids.
I know.
I've never seen Metermaids perform. Get it and buckle up.
I'm going to.
Buckle up. Has anybody said me yet?
No.
All right.
You're looking forward to seeing
fuck him anyway.
All right. Tell Sage and Montelevo. Did you ask him that? Did you ask him that?
No,
I did. Yes, I did.
I don't think we did.
I did. You know who he said?
Bring him. Probably Metermaids.
No,
Sage loves
what he did
Metermaids.
is he said he didn't give a who he'd like to see. He told us who he didn't want to see.
Who's that?
I'm
Me?
joking.
He's
I wanted to make you cry again.
Oh, let me guess. I bet you're here to rap today, right? Right. Here's a twist on that. Every time you say like, I'm like a, or like a, I'm gonna like this or like that, you get punched in your teeth. Do better.
You know what my favorite
Dibs' therapy's going
what
well.
my favorite Dibs? Do you remember those Dibs mixtapes that he used to do, the Knucklehead? He used to do those prank calls. I still, to this day, call people rotary fan neck because of one of those. He goes, "Hey, what do you say there, rotary fan neck?"
He comes up with.
He's a wild dude.
Yeah,
he could have been a jerky boy.
Yeah,
he could have.
I do like the jerky boys.
Me too.
What did we miss? What did we miss out? Oh,
A
a gift.
Oh.
First, we'll go with this gift.
This is for
This is a
Kitrick.
gift. This is a gift for your boy.
This is perfect.
Because he really likes
He loves video games.
Yeah, and he has the other part to that.
He does. He does.
Sean, I didn't get a gift for you. I didn't know you were going to be here.
Your presence is a gift, my brother.
Oh, boy.
You
dude.
are a therapist.
And then I got one other gift just because, I don't know, every time I think about it, it just makes me laugh and cry.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Here's
Elm Street. You know why? And the first story I told this, or the first podcast, I told a story about I used to pee in my pants in kindergarten. It was kindergarten or first grade, because in the bathroom there were 3 marks on the wall, and I had just saw Freddy Krueger, and that was Freddy Krueger's claw to me.
That is amazing.
So that's why he got me Elm Street.
The part that was the most amazing to me was that you had said that you had peed a lot.
It was
and
a lot.
No teachers ever
no one
recognized that this poor kid.
It was the first time I remembered
I love that
kindness of my
story.
dad is when he told me, he said,
You didn't mean to.
You didn't aim to.
Oh, you didn't aim to.
You didn't aim to.
Yeah.
And he took me to Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
So.
And you said that wasn't something
That was
you
the
would
last
normally
nice
do.
thing. That was it was the last nice time.
Yeah.
Nice time my dad ever was. That's not
Is he
necessarily
still
true.
around?
Yeah, my dad's around. Kinda.
All right, everyone, enjoy these great moments with these folks on stage. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We should just do a whole
I love y'all.
episode. I love you. All of you out there in the podcast world should know this. I do text often with Mr. Jacob, Mr. Cas One, and I really enjoy it a lot. I love you, brother.
Man. I really do love you.
I'm truthfully big fan.
Do you want to
big fan of
put
our
some
friendship?
tears in them eyes? I won't
Probably
believe it.
could, but I won't like it because I've been drinking, and those tears might be what do you call them?
I'll suck them
Crocodile
out.
tears.
I'll suck them out. Suck those tears right out of his eyes. How
They
does
would
that
be
make you
real,
feel?
but then
Bringing the excitement back in your marriage.
No.
All right, thanks everyone. Check out this footage of my man.
Do you feel abandoned by the poison on this planet? I never understand it, so I make up all the rules. That's some of the court say to put it on a full go. Rose up on their nose, smell the shit out of the roads when they spit up all their poems. Stay gold, Denver. Stay gold. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! When there's no go left, turn right, go left. I'm hoping that justice, feel that, watch the spot, keep that spark on the hole. Horse in his mouth, feel the feet still go. No go left, turn right, go left. Looks like Oldominion. I said it's been a long time. I said it's been a long time. I said it's been a long time. Shouldn't have left. More times than it's beautiful. Get together with friends now with funerals. Before I say goodbye, cast a little big goal. I said as long as it's me and you. You know what I mean? Probably call my mom before I call the cops. Piece the aliens, piece the cover rock. With the bloodshot, repeating history to the trigger squeeze with a buckshot. Me and my son at the bus stop. Ain't nothing changed except the drug spot. Now the block is now some spot with a yuck shot.
This is my Sinatra mugshot. While you run the clock and fade away like a Kobe jump shot. I didn't choose it, it chose me. Took me by the shoulders like an OG. Listen closely and yo.
Zoom call.
What?
Hit recording.
It is. Mopes, did you hear what he said to me? Hit record.
Oh, that's right. Because
I
of all
do
of your
remember.
guests,
Yeah.
Mopes is the only one who
Yeah.
conversation went by.
Yeah.
And it wasn't recorded.
But it's fine. For real? It's fine. Because we got to know each
That was
other.
better.
He did not push record.
That's okay.
The second episode was actually it was better because
you know what?
we were able to break it.
You know why I feel better though is that you did call me back and we did record it. If you were like, oh hey guys, didn't record it.
Oh my god.
He could have just
That's
never
it.
called you back.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why it's
Like,
like,
yeah.
I'm good. I should probably have water, but let me get a
Me
water.
too.
Okay.
Oh, here's my water.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't tell everybody, but I just turned it to wine. Once everyone finds out,
I
they
know.
start asking
It'll
me,
get weird.
Yeah.
It'll get weird.
It's like heal my grandmother. And I'm like, bro, I'm time off right now. I'm just trying
My
to
dog
make
just
wine.
died. Could you bring him back?
Listen, tonight I'm just making wine out of water.
It's my off day.
That's enough. Can that be enough for you?
Wine or water or whatever. Cheers, because we're meeting
Cheers.
you guys. I am anyway for the first time in person.
This is first.
Everybody
You
here,
guys too?
everybody, everyone that's ever joined us is the first time meeting in person. So I'm really happy about it.
And I want to say thank you guys for same shit. Just included me on the call in the package you sent.
Yeah.
This is just very thoughtful.
Well, I mean, just the continuing support that you guys show to the label and to like every artist. Thank you.
It's very thoughtful, yeah.
Yeah, because you could just interview Sage and it's be fine. You know what I mean? But you guys look out for us. And
It's
we
cool to
appreciate
feel
it.
Should have did that.
Ah, shit.
You could have just did that.
Erase the footage.
You know, and just like cut to the chase. Be like, yeah. But you,
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for real.
I try to make a joke.
And such a
But-
nice package, though. Like, everybody got it, right?
Yeah,
But it's cool.
Everyone gets a specific. I try to make them specific.
But, dude, that's like a lot of, let's be real, that's a lot of effort, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's because it's
yeah.
nice to be seen,
Yep.
to even just have a conversation, but then you send this nice care package of all your art. But, like, I don't know, nobody's ever done that shit for me.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever sent me
Actually,
a fucking
my
nice.
kids, we still read Beyond the Sea.
Oh,
yeah. love
I
it.
will
It's
tell you
fire.
this: you're one of the only ones that got the Beyond the Sea because those sold out.
Okay.
Because you didn't get the Beyond the Sea book is a.
Yeah, I'll read it to them at some point. Yeah.
Children's book?
We should get some. When you get back home,
I'll
get
do a
some
story
footage,
time.
Get
I'll
some
record
footage of you
yeah,
reading.
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Just
reading-
come on over.
Yeah, just Zoom. Yeah.
He's been to my apartment
Do you
before.
guys live near each other?
No.
Oh.
Not that far. He can come over.
It's we've hung.
He's
yeah.
been there
So, like,
before.
So yeah, I'm from Rhode
You
Island.
have kids?
I don't have kids.
Yeah, I'm from.
He's just gonna read it
I'm
to
the
you.
kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I live in DC now. I live outside of
that's
DC.
right, that's
yeah,
right.
but I visit Rhode Island a lot.
Yeah, but he likes me enough where he would come out to
course.
read me a
You're
story.
close, you're
Yeah.
close
You know what I mean?
enough where you could drive over and just
Yeah,
sit
exactly.
6
down.
hours.
Yeah. I go full fucking dad mode, and I'll fucking
read him.
yeah. We'll do the whole thing. We'll do like a bath.
That's what I want. In the bath. Oh yeah, bath.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
That's
dry
it.
his
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
Wait.
We're hanging out right now with Mopes and Early Adopted, both past guests on the DOD45 show. And we're still here in the strange famous bunker. I think I'm calling it right now.
Yeah.
I mentioned on the last discussion with Cas One that we opened up a gift for Jesse, because last time on our episode with Jesse we were talking about drinking wine together. And I think I probably drank a lot of wine, but it's been a fucking blast.
Can I say
hanging out
one
with you
thing
guys.
before you
Yeah.
keep going?
You can say a million things.
The first time I had a real conversation with Mopes, I drank like a whole box of wine on Zoom with him, and we talked for like fucking 2.5 hours.
Yeah. We
And
got
so
real.
that was how we
real.
kind of met, really.
Yeah.
Though the box of wine was involved, we were talking about some real shit.
We were 100%.
I was going
Yeah,
through
yeah.
some real shit.
Yeah.
And he was there to listen to me, which I appreciated, and vice versa. The conversation was still there. Yeah. So
I feel like most of the folks in this room, I've had that conversation with at least once.
Yeah.
Where we just get to that level, right? Like we're hanging out, and at some point we get real with each other, and that kind of how. That's why we're able to like. I don't see you for a while. When we get up, we can just start chopping it up. Like,
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean? Everybody in this room is the same.
Well, how dope is this whole thing? This whole Strange Famous Fest.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
pretty
that's-
fucking dope.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like I've hung out with all these guys separately.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'm
Good.
not actually. Yeah, I mean, with the exception of like Fen, like I knew Runt back in the day. Obviously, I knew Kaz, I knew Jesse, Sage, Sleep. Like everybody on here I've hung out with at some point, but not everybody's been in the same room.
It's
and like,
so cool.
you know, when I was on the label, it was like me and a few other people back in the day. And then as we evolved, right, more people started to come, but we weren't really as a unit. You know,
Right,
this
yeah,
is the
yeah.
first time that we're really kind of moving as a
So
unit.
for me, it's different because It's like cut in half for me, where I've hung out, like you were saying, with probably half of everybody.
Yeah.
I was so stoked to meet you guys in person.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean? Seez. I've done music videos for Seez, like 2 of them.
Yeah.
But I'd never met him before.
Yeah.
So that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
This year they tried to rookie me. Had me rolling Gardner for the bleacher. How I do MCs. You fell all the way off. Offer think you should leave. I have never been better. I know. Isn't that good for me? Back up on my bullshit. Never let them look at me. Bad in the game. Like looking dumb and it took for me. When I'm dead and Willie said that he is simply too good to be. Pray curse for the greed. My body should be freeze. Bring me back to life later. Ain't the one to leave. Better drink the juice in the world and don't have it repeat. I was drinking this on the split that quick to his scenes. See my homie Brian trying to fight through his disease. Alongside his demons, drink through chemotherapy.
Here we go. One by one. We'll start with Mopes.
Yeah, go.
What song are you most looking forward to performing tomorrow? Or are you even looking forward? Storm said you're not a big fan of actually like doing a performance part, or just being here in general. I think that's what he's.
This guy.
I think that's what he's.
That's what
Storm said.
What the
kind of.
Well,
he's
no,
like,
so holy shit.
He's not excited about like actually being here.
I think it's relatable.
We gotta get Storm on the mic.
So, yeah. Okay.
He's like,
Jesus, I need more context from Storm, but like I think I know what Storm meant is that in the beginning I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna. I was like in the middle of buying a house, and I knew it was around June, and it was like, gonna be crazy, and I was just like, I hadn't performed in 10 years. I was like, and then what happened is a Rhode Island show came. And Sage is like, do you want to perform at the Rhode Island show? And I'm like, I can't not perform in Rhode Island. And then Swell hit me up. And Swell's like, he's like, you're going to miss out and you're going to regret it. And I was like, he's like, Sage told me you're not going to come to fucking Denver. He's like sending me all these angry text messages. And I'm just like, yeah, you're right, man. So I had to get my shit together. Because you know how it is. Like, you're a parent. And I'm like, I can't even put my head in that space. So I was like, I'm going to perform a bunch of songs that I've never performed before. I have to like memorize them. So I spent like all of March getting my shit together. I'm so glad I did it. It's like, this is the shit that happens, right? Because I was just like, like performing is over here now because I got too much other shit going on. Yeah. But then I realized how much I missed it. It was the same thing with music in general. I was like, man, and it was a better experience now because my bills are paid. Yeah. Like the pressure of being worry about selling or just
being an artist.
This is like
I don't give a fuck. So now, tomorrow,
just fun.
I mean, you get like the nerves before going on stage, but it's like I'm fucking pumped.
Not when you booster, not in my shoester. Run from pocket, bruises up, shot shooter, right sober. Crack a pipe smoker, walk a tightroper. The highs and rolls on the dice roller. Thought provoker, I'm Mr. Furley and Mr. Roper. Skywalker, from the force of Yoda. Papa was a rolling stoner, my mom's a boulder. Rocky Point roller coaster, I was the loner. Drunk composer, T Brown, pump poster. Rocky running off the steps, punch thrower. A pump faker, used to bump rope shaker off the radio. The Joker snapped up paper, the lemon driver, pump and scraper, shoestring butcher. There's something out of nothing maker. This fool the hustler take player out in Mother Nature. I never cross over, cause I'm the Undertaker. Boom box bearer from the boom bap era. A doom clock watcher, boom actuator. The jet sparer, black rapper, then an angel from the anchor. But if they kill you, only makes you stranger.
I'm ready to do songs that some people haven't heard.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do old songs. So like people have hit me up like, yo, you're doing old prolific songs? I'm like, yes, I am. They're all pumped. So I'm pumped to be here hanging out with these dudes, and I'm so glad that Swell talked me into it.
So what are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to performing specifically tomorrow?
There's no real song.
Not
I think
one?
it's just being out here with these guys. Yeah, I mean, I got new stuff coming out with Trademark. It's gonna be out in July, and I have two. Like me and him split the album. Like I did all the beats, but me and him split the rapping. So I'll be doing 2 new songs from that. So just to see how people react to them would be kind of cool. And yeah, just be out there and having fun.
What song are you looking forward to performing early? Anything
tomorrow?
in particular?
I don't know. I think I am doing new stuff.
Shout Johnny Brown, Jack is obligated, how to walk around in my town. Wear hair, where the air is, all your dear friends, study one town. No, we were not supposed to marry him. R.I.P. to Ryan G. See his tag in the street, leaks 3 times a week. Fall with the last call, disco building getting trashed. Shitty, busy, drinking cash, flipping, just to get it back. This isn't to romanticize at all. This is simply just to give a glimpse of all the shit I saw. But maybe if I paint the picture, all this shit will stop. Trying to all end in so many lives of what I love, I've been watching.
So doing the new stuff it will be exciting, I think.
Stuff that you've never performed on stage?
Nope. Which I don't know why I did that to myself.
No.
But
Just the opposite of
You know
Jesse.
what?
Jesse's like, I'm not going to set myself up. I'm just going to.
You know why? You know why though? I think it's because
like the challenge.
I was
forces
not
you.
even that. I think I was just I was recording a project. I've like got an EP, pretty much ready to go. So I was just doing that at the time, and it's like fresh in my head.
Yeah.
So there's a couple joints that I just did over and over again. So they're stuck in my head. Here we are. And some new shit. So that's cool though. People haven't heard it before. So
okay, we got a couple gifts to give you guys before we do that.
Yeah.
You guys always have gifts. It's so nice. We need to. Who gives you gifts?
No one. It doesn't matter.
That's unfair.
No,
We need to give
we're gonna,
them
like
gifts.
Utah Jazz. Like something's gonna come to you at some point, and I'm gonna ship it to you guys.
That is gonna happen. Yeah.
It's gonna be a Greg Ostertag jersey or some shit like that.
I get a way more enjoyment of giving someone that I appreciate a gift.
I know, but
I
you
get way
deserve to
more.
feel like
I feel good.
appreciated.
And
I know you get that from Adrienne.
No.
But I'm just saying, you get it
That's
from
his
us.
love language.
He gets.
Love
he
language.
feels.
That's good.
He gets that when he gives.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I
So,
do.
like,
That's what I'm saying.
today-
That's the mark of a good
Like
man, though.
So
even
today
for real.
at lunch, he was like, "Dang,
Can't wait to
I
give
should
Mopes
pay.
this.
I just want to pay for everybody's lunch right now."
I was just gonna pick up the bill.
Damn.
But no, he was like, I just want to pick up the whole bill, and I'm like,
I like
you
doing
don't,
that.
like,
I'm into
Yeah, dude, you're a good guy,
You don't
man.
want to like come in
Step
and just
on
be
toes and
like,
shit.
yes.
Yes, I didn't. Yeah, no, that would have been.
I think
dumb.
that would have been cool as fuck, even though I wasn't even there.
Yeah,
Pay for everybody's shit.
I will love doing that.
I'm not even here.
Wait, I thought you were
Everyone
there.
eats.
No,
You
I
didn't
showed up.
win.
I showed up like after you
Yeah,
guys.
All right, here we
yeah.
go. I got gifts.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm glad you watched the last episode. Because
Dude.
our discussion was about how the fuck are we going to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Oh man,
Respect.
I'm gonna give you a hug after this.
And then
Whoa.
I know you love owls, so
All right.
I fucking got you a pair. I was gonna get you some. I was gonna get you these owl like underwear.
Yeah.
That might have been. Too
I mean,
mean
that,
That would've been
that's
sexy
the next,
and good.
I
next
just
year.
thought it would be
Actually,
like,
you know what you
weird.
can do? You can mail that to me. Because I know you already bought it.
That's for
You just
interview
mail that
3.
shit to me when I get back.
That's for interview 3.
All right, maybe I'll wear these tomorrow.
And also in the discussion, you said something about an owl being like you said something about being a predator, and Adrian just being.
I remember. Yeah, we
Just
talked.
she was like, wait, just to clear it up.
Wait,
They're
no,
not a
because
predator.
no, we're talking about stags.
Stags and
Stags and owls because people forget. Yeah, like
The deer?
Why don't you take a
deer.
seat?
Because
That was his two
because
favorite.
they'll mess you up. Because
Yeah.
they look like they won't mess you up, but they will. Like they're kind of quiet and they're in the cut and they observe, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh shit, this thing is
It
for
was
real.
just adorable that she was like, we should just say you're not a predator. And you immediately went, no, God, no. No, I'm not.
Correction.
You
we're all
mean like
predators.
not a Chris Hansen? Take a seat.
She just meant not like a predator animal, but
No.
but most took it as like, no, I'm not a predator over like a woman like a
Yeah, well, I'm not like a bad guy, right?
You're not
Like
a
to
bad
catch a
Yeah,
predator.
I'm not a bad
Right.
guy. No.
Yeah, yeah,
That's how he
No.
was
Chris
like, no,
Hansen.
I'm not a predator.
No.
He's
that was
not.
my favorite fucking show. And then I'll take. When I watch that show, I watch that Catch a Predator all the time.
Yeah.
She thought it was so weird that I'd watch
It's the best
it.
show ever.
I loved watching that.
No, you watched Dateline.
Dude, I used to watch that with my ex, and you know who else used to watch it with his wife? Is Swell and his wife. And we text him like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Friday night, we're sitting watching Dateline about couples killing each other.
I always thought she wondered. I always thought she was like, "Why is he watching that?" Like to try to figure out how to get out of it.
Well, because
Like,
I
don't
think
know.
well, I think that's how it's like. Why do people watch reality TV? Because they know that like. You probably like I want to see this motherfucker get caught, and I gotta
loved it.
say, yeah,
People
I gotta
like
see
seeing
it.
people get in trouble.
It's,
I love it. That's all that it
retribution.
is.
That's what you're watching it for.
Yeah. That's all
I
it
will
is.
say that is my night. Like when I have nightmares, it's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide a body.
Okay.
And I'm like,
You know what? I've had that same fucking dream.
It's awful.
Yeah, like I did
How would
something
you hide the
wrong,
body?
and I.
Well, one time I built.
I'll help her. I'll help her.
Yeah.
No, how
One
would you? That's a
time-
great
oh,
question.
One time in my dream, I built a garden box,
So
like
you're
a
actually
garden
hiding the
up
body.
on the roof of
Legitimately.
our house, and we buried the body on the roof on the garden.
Let's go.
block.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
That's
Needs to write a
twice
book.
now on the
And I don't
episodes
remember
where
what
we've talked about killing people. So people are going to start wondering.
Then they become fertilizer.
That's
Yes.
right.
Wow.
And then no problem. See you later. Disappear.
That's
forever.
in my will.
But now it's like it's so scary. Well, not saying it's like they're with DNA and all that stuff, you have to get real nitty gritty with how you're burying this body, because you're not just burying it. You gotta burn some shit, and you gotta like.
You guys already know this. I work for a true crime podcast. That's my gig. You will not get away with a murder.
Never do.
Even if you think you're the man, you're the smartest.
Yeah.
What about this?
No fucking way.
Is that how we end it?
DNA evidence. DNA evidence. But
Hey,
that's a
Jesse-
good.
Jesse
that's
wants to
close,
tell us
though.
about his murder.
You could get away with that one. How would you
body.
How would you hide a body?
You got
No.
you gotta put it in the
No.
acid bath.
That's what I think. Acid bath works.
What? Okay, no.
just had a
You-
thought.
where are you gonna buy acid bath? You're gonna pay all cash and get stuff for acid bath?
Jeffrey Dahmer did it. He got caught.
You're gonna go to Benny's?
You gotta go to job lot, baby.
No one checks
And
job.
you go to one up in New Hampshire. You go up
No.
to a more than
Okay.
like how much time do I want to kill the guy?
No one is checking job lot
You
though.
gotta
He's right.
do the acid bath. Is it? You gotta incinerate. No chopping up.
But you
none of
get
that.
in those materials. Where are you gonna dump them? How are you gonna dump
The
them?
reason why you never get away with it is because
you screw up in the interviews.
Well,
that's it. You backtrack.
You talk
on
too
the
much.
word.
You get on
talk too much.
They get on the news.
it's always someone knew someone.
Yeah.
Why did you kill him? There's got to
Yeah.
be a motive.
Yeah.
The serial killers are the hardest
Yeah.
ones to track down because there's
All right.
no
You
connection.
ever read about the Long Island serial killer?
I don't need to read about him.
You know him. You are him.
No. What about the Long Island guy? What do you do besides kill people?
Cop.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a way to get away with
Yeah.
it.
What
But you have
about-
that's a
that's
plan.
Dexter.
You need a real
Dexter.
big plan though.
Dexter.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
if you did this? What if you killed somebody
Yeah.
and then you put him in the outhouse toilet, the drop down toilet, and then the lime? Doesn't the lime break everything
but
down?
Would eventually.
Yeah, that's a long. That's a lot of dedication.
You would have to cut it
The
out.
problem always is missing. Someone's
Yeah,
missing.
exactly.
Someone's connected to that person.
Someone's
Yeah.
missing.
So you
want
want to hear? Do you want to hear the
And they're gonna check the outhouse first, I think.
exactly?
Right?
Somebody knows somebody
Alright.
with the outhouse, so it's connected.
Do you need? Do you always need lime for an outhouse?
Yes.
You should have some.
Okay.
It
All right.
stinks.
That's the only thing that breaks
Oh,
all
what
that.
about
Listen,
this?
if I'm
What
a
about
cop
this?
though, and you're
If you're
What if you
buying
put
a
in
limes,
suspect, the first place I'm checking is where's the
Abishan
lime.
Hardware.
Do you have lime? Or you have bags and bags of lime?
What if you put
That's
him in
what-
like a deep sewer, and the rats eat him?
Someone that works in the sewage company finds them.
Yeah.
Because rats don't eat bone.
All right, listen.
And I think there are a lot of It depends on the cameras too.
Let's listen to the guy that works
Yeah,
for
sure.
the
Let's-
actual.
let's-
The guy that
Okay.
killed someone.
No, yeah. I want to give you the one contribution I
Got
have.
away with it.
Yeah, I'm out here rapping shit. I already been killed people. The one guy that was gonna get away with it, his name was Israel Keys. This was a couple years ago, but he turned himself in. So what this guy did was,
Can't do that.
he's from
Yeah,
no,
that's
you're
rule
getting
number
caught
one.
every time.
but listen, the thrill was
If
over.
you're a serial killer, don't turn yourself in.
Listen, the thrill was over for him. So he wanted to be. A lot of these guys want to be popular, right?
Yeah.
So what he did was he would have kill kits.
Oh my God.
He would get a Home Depot bucket. He's from Arkansas. That's not really where he's from.
Hey, that's why.
But
no
he
one
would
wants to go to
fly.
Arkansas.
Listen, his first victim was in Vermont.
Damn.
He would fly to Vermont. He'd go get his guns out there. He'd put his weapons in a bucket. He would bury it. And then
he
he'd
had
leave.
plans.
But then
yeah,
he'd
that's
leave.
yeah, he's like real well thought
Then
out.
he came back a year later.
He must have been listening to a fucking murder podcast.
True crime podcast. But this motherfucker did that, right?
Yeah.
Walked in, random home invasion, killed a couple in Vermont. Boop boop.
No connection.
No connection.
Just as
But
killed.
that's
just
how
left
you
the
don't
bodies
become-
there?
Leaves the bodies, leaves,
Yeah, because
goes
it felt
home,
random. Yeah.
waits a year, does it again. now
damn.
he flies to South Carolina.
That guy's got patience.
Makes the bucket, buries it.
But that's the
goes
excitement
home.
part of it.
Yeah.
So this fool did this like 5 times.
Yeah.
And eventually, nobody was catching him. So he turned himself in.
got
Because
bored.
he got bored.
Yeah,
he wanted to be the man.
and that's usually how those guys, the ones that are way smart like that and calculated, those guys want. The only reason they're calculated, their ego is they're
Exactly.
calculated.
Yeah. They wanna be on
That's
TV.
the thrill. They want to.
Yeah.
They want to
So-
be like, no one's catching me. Fucking great.
Exactly.
And eventually they go like,
I'm getting sick of this. I want
Yeah.
some fucking notoriety.
Right.
Yeah.
I was the first one to never
No.
get caught.
Nobody knows that I haven't been caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you can't kill people for
What's the
profession.
biggest key to not getting caught?
with murdering.
Murdering? Oh my
the answer is not.
He is not a murderer.
You did not do it, so you're free to leave.
I'll tell you. The answer was not.
Yeah.
The answer was not turning yourself in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So me and Ty could get away with it.
You need a plan. Yeah.
I don't
Step
know.
one.
I
Step
don't
one.
know.
Have a plan. Step two. Don't turn yourself in.
Don't go to job lot and buy fertilizer.
Yeah.
Murder, I barely know her.
All right, you guys. That was Mopes and Early.
Thanks for your 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for your 5 minutes.
No, we wanted to be 55 minutes. Hell yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys. Peace.
Rest in peace, Plug 2. Thank you guys so much. Respect. People in the back, make some fucking noise. Come on now. Everybody sit. Oh, actually, sorry for swearing. Let's try this again. Everybody here, please make some noise. I want the babies. All the babies make some noise. Respect. There you are. Peace.
Sean's brought him back to life once. Rest in peace, Shamar. Let's go.
Praise famous.
Denver, Colorado, what the fuck's up? How y'all doing? My name's Hot. This is Steven Escalante, the Big Bad Fed Shiz on the SP on it. We go by the name of Jivin Scientists from Tucson, Arizona. Load up! It's for every time you gotta do some shit, like go to your job and something. Load up! Load up! Fuck up my shit! Come on! Load up! Load up! Fuck up my shit! Load up! Cause I'm a killer on the beat. Love with the blood cause it takes so.
We're still here hanging out in the Strange Famous bunker, which is fucking fun.
So
and
cool.
and now Jivin Scientists have rolled in after a tour at a whiskey tour.
But this is a good friend of ours, Crystal. She works here in Denver at Law's Whiskey House, and they sponsored our last tour unofficially. And every time we come up here, they're really nice to us, so we enjoyed stopping.
And you guys just did a distillery tour, like a tour.
I thought that was what I was going to today, and I get there, and she was actually in between tours, and we just sat there and kind of caught up and had a couple whiskeys.
Good.
I did the tour. It's really awesome.
That's good.
A nice, good straight malt whiskey.
We've only ever done a whiskey
Strong.
tour in
Scotland.
Oh, we're doing
What was the
that.
Scotch
Like 2 weeks,
Oh,
3
good.
weeks.
Where at? What?
Edinburgh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Scotch whiskey tour, like right by a castle.
That's pretty fucking
Yeah,
great.
why not?
It's beyond great. Have you done it before?
I know, but I've been there.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it, but the people I drink, and I was with 3
That's
people that
different.
kind of drink, and everyone was like, "It's kind of expensive."
Oh, you guys would get along.
And they were like,
so
"Yeah,
well.
I'll go with you."
I'm
But
like,
it was like,
we need our mortgage though.
I'm a whiskey collector. Plug
What's
your
a mortgage?
ears, but I spend. I don't care what the dollar amount is.
she could still hear.
I know.
I know.
Pushing
I know,
on
I get
headphones.
She hears better now.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for that again.
So I have drank I've drank more than I usually would ever on an episode, but that's okay. We're hanging out in the
Today?
Strange Famous. Yeah,
yeah.
on an episode. If when we're recording, I'd never do because
It's a celebration.
It is a celebration, and we're fucking stoked to be here. Long time
this is the
Strange
last
Famous fans.
episode of the
It's the last episode
Why
of the
not?
season.
Blue banger.
And let me ask you guys something, because this is fucking cool. Because this is the first. Do you guys feel like because Jivin Scientists, you guys signed in with Strange Famous, what, 4 years ago, but pre-pandemic,
Probably
5 years,
longer.
6 years ago.
6 years
something
ago.
like that,
But this is the first time like being in with everyone.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's a trip.
Yeah.
Like walking in the door was cool because we know everybody from, cross communicating all the time, and he's done a lot of the record, like cutting the records and stuff with them. So we know people.
Yeah.
But to come in and everybody was all hugs, and like the first thing is like it's good to see you. And the second thing is nice to officially meet you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
And it's a trip. And we're realistically, we're fans of everybody in here. So
Yeah,
like, for
that's
us to be here is like, oh shit.
Half
like,
these motherfuckers we were listening to in high school.
I know.
I was so insane.
I know it's weird. For me, I'm like, that thing in movies where they're like, oh, my mom loves your music, where that's kind of like a weird diss.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. I say it to Adrienne a lot. I'm like, it's weird to be like, I listen to Sage Francis grow like in high school, like just listening to like going like, this dude's fucking.
Yeah.
Well, still, but when they're just real young. Yeah, I was way older, but the effect that it has on you, and then you're like, oh, and then all of a sudden you're hanging out in the spot with them.
Yeah,
it's fucking dope. No matter what you've done in your careers or life, it's cool meeting people that you've been.
Sage just brought pizza. I just ate pizza that Sage brought in the door.
It was funny because
he also cut the watermelon.
He texted me and was like, "We're going to the Sage Airbnb at 5," and I was all, "Pizza party?" And it was a pizza party.
I just have to say, I've never had a better watermelon. Like, he knows how to pick his watermelon. That was like super sweet watermelon.
Man's got an eye.
Yeah.
He's got an eye for watermelon.
Like, he knows how to tap it.
He's got a family fruit bowl at home. He knows what he's doing.
He does.
How many did he tap before he picked it?
I know.
That's another picture of him at a Sage at the supermarket, like
testing them.
No.
Yeah. And then when I went out I had to go out to the car real quick, and I thought, like, wow, all these people in this neighborhood, they don't know that this house is full of all these guys.
I did that at the restaurant. I was sitting in the restaurant because when we got there, everyone was back in the back, and there wasn't enough room, and the waiters were trying to get around. So we sat at an off table, and I was like, I don't think any of these people realize like who's here. And I was sitting there going like, if I was here right now, and I kept looking over and seeing Sage kind of off in the corner, like. I would be telling her, like, that's fucking Sage Francis over there. That's fucking totally him sitting there.
That's Jesse the Tree. Look, there's Cas One.
Wow. It's a weird thing because the people that actually, like, really fuck with us heavy or, like, follow just the label in general, you care about it a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not like seeing somebody famous at something.
Right.
These are people, like, affected you.
Yep.
You have kind of this bond with emotionally. So it's like for someone like yourself or, like, for me to be in that situation, it's very overwhelming and sick. But for Joe sitting next to you, he's like, there's people eating tacos, man.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
It's
You
not.
know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. It's interesting to see how much so many of these people affect a very specific demographic of people, but affect them so heavily.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a trip.
It is a trip. Hey, what are you guys? What are you looking forward most to performing tomorrow? A specific
Can I
song?
answer first?
Yeah.
I want to see what Sage is doing with all that goddamn broccoli in the fridge.
I know.
Oh, wait. He's got broccoli?
There's a whole fridge full of broccoli. I said, why'd you go get pizza? We got all this broccoli.
See, that was a gift for people who came up front. Broccoli break, my dreams, Lord on a limb. Find me, forget about him, forget about him. Those songs that you sing in your head. Put them up, sunset and sunrise of my own personal life show.
By the time this episode airs, I think that there was a time like he throws at the audience.
That's right. That's the
We're looking forward to that for sure.
But I'm wondering why and how.
How do we get here?
We were talking. There was another side conversation of like, I think it needs to be cold because no one wants to get hit with wet broccoli.
It might be raining tomorrow. We never know.
Oh yeah. Well, we're from Arizona, so we just think it's hot all the time. So
yeah,
that's my
You
mind.
guys love the cold. Get your Uggs out.
That's great.
It's
and
nice.
your Boots out.
Took my sweater off. I've been walking around in the
Oh,
rain.
it's 70 degrees. I'm going to wear my beanie.
Oh yeah, that's what happens there.
Yeah, I can finally wear this jacket I bought.
Hit 70
7 years
degrees
ago.
with like snowboarding pants and
moon boots. Let me hit you guys with a question of a hip hop question.
Oh.
Civil rights activist Rosa Parks was immortalized when this group named a song after her. Yep. That was an easy one.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Rosa Parks.
The title.
Okay.
I mean, no one.
Or Rosa Parks. Back to the bus.
What's that for?
Oh.
Everybody move to the back of the bus. That's her.
Oh, I didn't know that was named Rosa Parks.
Yeah, that's the name of the song.
Yeah.
That was the scratch song.
great.
We started DJing at that time,
Oh, no.
and I was real young, and we would do these like high school dances, and my brother would let us come up and just scratch during the break in that song. And then you go back to school the next day, it was like, you're a DJ? But yeah, you know, I got cuts. It's
Or
not
just
a big deal. Yeah, this is the worst.
All we could do is crabs.
Yeah, this is the worst.
Not even fucking chirps. It's just like
horrible. I ran gout. Nobody knows. It's fine.
It was fine.
That was
We're famous.
Yep.
like mid-school
Look
dance.
at you now.
I wish I could go back to those days when the band was packed up. All we had to do was hop in and act up. Play the shows and make the bids. Sell those records and shake their hands. I never knew what it would do to me. How this lifestyle would blow up, slow down and ruin me. But this shit ain't new to me. So I learned to embrace these flaws. I wish I had 20 years with these robot arms. I wish I had robot arms. I give you everything I had. I gave you everything I had. Live in Colorado, make some fucking noise.
Final question before I give you a Jivin Scientists gift.
Keep it in the hose. Keep off the dreamers and never reach the goal.
Who are you looking forward to seeing tomorrow? Whose set are you looking forward to seeing tomorrow?
Oh my god.
Really want to see Jess, personally.
I don't have a one.
And Mopes. I've been a huge fan of his for
Yeah,
years.
that's what I'm saying. High school, we're listening to this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
The Ugly Truth.
I wrote, so this is a little divulgent. Early in my career, I wrote him
MySpace
to
days.
try and do, I was like, I want to do a song. And I thought it was as clever as shit. I was like, this is totally going to work. I write this big old thing, and at the end of it, I said, just another name on a park bench. And this is like deep in his cuts. It's like a song of his.
Don't be surprised if I end up just a name on a park bench. Just a name on a park bench, park bench.
Amazing song. But I literally quoted his shit back at him. It was like, just another name on a park bench. And then he was like, yo, I'm mad busy right now. I was like, fuck, I thought that was going to work.
He was like, we're on tour. We're on tour. I'll hit you when I get back.
Yeah.
Have you brought that up to? You guys mentioned it.
I was talking about him earlier. I was talking about
you
him.
never mentioned to him?
I did.
I don't think so. He probably did.
Mopes. Mopes,
get in here real quick.
Here, you can take my mic.
Come here real quick.
I thought it was so cool
on,
when I
Adrienne.
wrote it.
We kind of talked about it. It's not
Yeah.
that bad.
So, way back, the first time I reached out to you about working with you was way
Yes.
back.
It was like 2000.
MySpace.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah.
I thought it was the cleverest shit in the world.
Yeah.
At the end of the whole paragraph, I wrote just another name on a park
That's
bench.
correct. Yeah. But I held on to that shit. And I always checked the
Even
shit
though
out.
he was
Feel better
busy, he
about
held
it now.
on to it.
No, because I was in a weird period. Yeah,
No, it was cracking, but I thought when I wrote that, I was like, this is so clever.
Yeah.
Like to show that I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
I listen to the shit.
Yeah. I know.
And then after that, I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
Nah, man, dude, because
You didn't say
no,
you were,
honestly,
God damn it.
honestly, that's what how I
Word.
remembered you. And then like when I saw you come up and then get signed to the label, I was like, what the fuck? Because I was kind of like dipping out.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just kind of coming in. And then I was telling
Yeah, we were
Ken
talking
shit.
about this.
And you know, you guys what you went from. I saw you grow from here to
Yeah.
here, man. And yeah. Thank you guys. I'm feeling real confident.
Let's make some noise for Mopes, ladies and gentlemen. Affecting the world.
All right, I'm gonna give you gifts, and we'll let you guys continue with the evening.
Let's go. Pizza party.
Pizza
We should have made
party at
Strange Famous
Sage's house.
pizza parties.
We should have made a fucking
T-shirts.
pizza party flyer.
Oh yeah.
We should have just changed the name to Pizza Party for the whole festival.
All right, I asked you a question on the last episode about exotic meats you ever ate. I've eaten a lot of exotics.
Or exotic food. He
Food.
said exotic food.
Can he answer that
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
What's your what
Balut.
What is it?
Whales? Beluga?
We went to the Philippines. So Sam's Filipino.
what is it
Her
though? What
family's
is the
from there.
balut?
It's how would you explain it? Ferment? It's a duck fetus, but there's certain days.
Right.
So it's like when you go to the Philippines, that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
her whole family was like, "Did you try the balut yet?" And I
What
was
do they
like,
serve- how do
"I'm
they-
working up to it."
What do they serve it? How do they serve it as?
Do you want to
it's
see a
cooked?
picture?
Oh yeah, I'd eat that.
It just tastes like scrambled eggs.
Yeah,
but at the time, so I don't like vinegar and I don't like.
Okay.
Is it super?
Yeah, yeah.
Show the camera here.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah, no, he's got it.
Okay.
How do I get to it?
Right there. You got it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I played the.
You can see the
Is that
feathers.
a feather?
That I didn't see that when we did it. So it was like a thing where they crack it, and it's like a thing like her cousins and all like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
they're
it's
young.
easy.
I was like, you do this, and he's like, yeah, I'll have like 12 or 14 of them, and I'm all mind blown.
Do you like it?
So was this in the Philippines?
Yeah, but I cracked it open and all that juice poured out, and I was like,
go for it.
because it was like a thing, the whole family. And then it's them like cousins. When I say
Yeah.
cousins, I mean cousins.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So we had, and it was like a boardwalk, and they were like, there's certain days too. There's like, you could go all the way up to like 21 days, and I think they hatch at 24. So that means it's
wow.
like.
So extra feathered.
So you pick one, and they were like, you should do a 14. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do a 14. That was a 14.
Wow.
So you could kind of, I didn't see it though, it just took a picture.
What did it taste like?
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Well, I was like, give me vinegar, give me salt, and I don't like it.
Oh, you
I
put the
cracked it
vinegar
open.
and salt
Yeah,
on
they dump it on it, but I don't like it. So that's my thing. Like, I fucking hate vinegar. But I I cracked it open and saw the brown juice, and I was like, fucking give me vinegar and salt.
I'll take it even.
Give me some
brown
fucking
sugar
chili
on it.
pepper. Give me it all. Yeah.
If someone makes it, I'll eat it.
But
Exactly.
he'll eat it.
That's-
Yeah, he eats it all the time.
And so, I brought you a gift of some exotic jerkies.
Oh, sick.
And we
can
got
try.
gator, we got ostrich, camel, gator.
Camel?
Yeah, camel's not that great, but you can eat it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And
I'm gonna get real drunk and eat camel jerky.
We're gonna fucking have a jerky off
tasting.
tonight. Not a get it.
yeah, jerk off.
Not a
Not a
circle.
jerk off, a jerky
Not a
off.
circle jerk.
Be a real interesting
Not a
night.
circle jerk. Well, that's our gift from DOD45, the
Thank you,
Jivin
guys.
Scientists.
So much.
Make some noise. Yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Oh, let's make. Oh, I used to have clapping sound effects on here, but it's all Mr. Dibs sound effects.
I mean, that's
Just
cool. as
laced
fuck,
it up.
dude.
It's great.
I said, Dibs, can you know what would be cool? Just send me a bunch of insults. I have way more, but I only have a 4-pad here. So
Great.
I appreciate you guys joining us.
Hey, thank you for
Looking
having
forward to
us.
seeing you guys' show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice
Very
to meet
much.
you in person too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thank you.
I can't do this shit without my brother Steven Escalante. Fam. Strange Famous in the middle rap. You can't kill me, motherfucker. You can't kill me, motherfucker. You may try, but you will die. You can't kill me, motherfucker.
People said I wouldn't laugh. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. Laugh, 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 laugh.
I give a 21 gunshot salute. That's what
we are. We're here at the DOD45, and we're hanging out with the Strange Famous fam, which is fucking awesome. But we're hanging out right here with Sage and Storm. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for hanging with us.
Woo! What up? Thanks for coming to our Airbnb pre-Strange Fame Fest.
Thank
you for having
us. Yeah, it's a day before the show. You guys have are the jitters happening right now?
Not for me. I'm too tired, honestly. I'm too exhausted. I'm looking forward. I think the time that was wasted between me leaving my home and arriving here, I got to really go through the set list and make sense of it, feel comfortable with it. And Colorado always is a super loving crowd, so it's not like I feel like they're ready to boo us off stage or anything like that. So it's this is a celebration of the label. People are going there to really hopefully they're going there to be part of just a fantastic event.
Well,
what about you, Storm?
Yeah, because I was going to say, let me ask this. It says on the flyer that, Storm, you're performing. Are you performing?
Frankly, that's none of your business.
Well, it was false advertising. We put him on the poster.
We knew that was the only way we were going to get the numbers we wanted.
Oh, I figured.
If you put a picture of me, things just sell. So I'm going to pop up here and there and do some surprise things. I felt like, doing a set's kind of cliche at this point. Like, all these guys, they're doing sets. They're going to be at a certain time and do 20 minutes of music. What am I going to do? I'm going to do what I want, when I want. And I'm going to maybe, hedge in on the headliner and get when all the eyes are on the stage.
Yeah, we had a little segment worked out. We tried it in Providence. It went great.
Anomalous, down to the dark, like Papadopoulos, doppelganger, Oppenheimer, dropping bombs anonymous, anomalous, dominant, pharmacologist, dominant, combine, and hardcore, the hollowest, swallow the bottle, to make it simple. I'm thinking of reality, you man, it's switching the nipple, biblical, balance side of scattered matters. It is a fact of matter, I think it's swelling to rap well, I can tell, she told me over and over the bell, to the moment now, I'm hoping if you don't wait, you tell me, the little of that river, let's go to the Sugar Hill. Why is it if you rap well? You gotta rap about how you rap well. If you rap well, rap well. It's tell, it's swell, battle around, shake, fail. Male copycats with hashtag, backlash, over back, so in the crap back, last steps like a whack, take my pay lights go way back. Y'all can say that, this trying to pay that. Straight to the retail, the burn never is to Hollywood retail. We never demonstrate, never ain't for us. That's funny. Stop! Everybody back to the little pound, we under the islands. Like the zones talk about how they do it, but the see we do the S upon it's us. I'm around a circle back, throw that shit, point me with the tip, and you show up the cross in the spirit. Y'all around this and y'all feeling like that, you lying. It's up to do that, and sit back, you don't stop. Everybody bounce to the little pound, we got me with our hands. Like the zones talk about how they do it, but the see we do the S upon it's us.
Are you wanting to talk about any of your travels to here at all?
Nah, it's just the same. I've got this curse on my travels lately, and the travel gods are relentless. I'm the Job of traveling at this point. I'm not going to give up. I don't care what they throw at me, No, I will give up. If this keeps up, I'm not going to try to book any more flights. Yeah, that's it. I just think maybe I'm flying out of really whack areas, coming from Rhode Island or Connecticut. Now they got me going from Rhode Island to Orlando, Florida, to Denver. It was, that was the best flight option for me, and it's not a very good route.
You're going to have to start booking your flights 2 weeks in advance. You
Or charter a private jet.
Oh, yeah. What's going on with that? What's going on with the Strange Famous private jet?
I only have so much time in the day, and so I work on the engine late at night. I'm a little bit tired. It's all ball bearings these days, and I'm not really versed in that.
But aren't you also the pilot?
From time to time.
We wasted a bulk of that budget on the wheelchair sports camp helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
When we signed them, they wanted a big grandiose
that was
thing.
I did see those pictures. That's real.
Yes,
that was so silly, but
money well spent. I stand by it.
Honestly, the homegirl, if she says she wants a fucking helicopter, you're gonna get a helicopter.
Can I kick it? And I'm gone. Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? And I'm gone. Can I kick it to all Pumping people who get wicked like Sage does. Before this, did you know what my real name was? Paul Francis acting like he's on a same drug. Never eat filthy effects of a strange buzz. You never ever catch me holding a bit more. Talking shit like as if you was a real thug. If that's true, we'll make a shot, fuck feel the slug. What you getting, total guns like an elephant? Selling tapes in the back, running, catching doves.
Adrienne and I are fucking really happy that we were invited to come be part of this. It's really awesome for us. We didn't really put together any questions for it. We just wanted to be here and cover the show. But we brought gifts. But I did write down a few questions. What do we want to do first? You guys want a gift?
What do you think? Will the gift enhance the questions?
When I get the gift,
won't enhance the questions.
All right,
the gift
so
will
that's
enhance
the big finale.
evening.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I'm gonna want to go do something with the gift. Let's wait for the gift.
Okay. Well, then let me just ask this. The only real question that I have that I wanted to ask was, what song are you most looking forward to performing at the show?
It's almost always Sea Lion because it's so easy for me to perform the song, and the crowd is always popping in with the words, and that's just so fun. And there's like hand motions that they all go along with. It's just the easiest song for me to do, no matter what the environment. That one always goes off.
Jump in the water, crawl to the land, build another castle out of the sand, broke it down, and I got into the center of the camp. City to city, already lost, tell the boss who is new in town. Grab the sauce in the box for y'all, force to shoot it down. Take an ounce of gasoline, drink this house of magic beans. Make my pound of the deals that I made up, put some on the page on the apple seed. That's it, I never pass the jeans, never put down the axe. Piano man, gonna check a dance floor to grace. Painful look in the face, crowd is packed, how do they clap? Nothing is able to make the connection between what he sees when he hears certain notes. Working and showing his facial expression. Don't be your head, go ahead. No one said it was gonna be easy. Sweet Jesus, who wants to sleep with me? Too many moves to learn, not enough people to put them on. Leave them on, no hands up, build the suit of armor with put it on. Sea lion, lays down long. Song in the air, singer, why should I care? I am the song, voice of my love was strong. Sea lion, lays down long. The song in the air has been singing. Why should we care? We are the song. Put your hands in the air like this. Ma, look what I did, ma, look what I did in my hands. Ma, look what I did, ma, look what I did in my hands. Ma, look what I did, ma, look what I did in my hands. You gave me the stone, gave me the chisel. You say you the wave or piece of the puzzle till I was left with nothing.
So I guess I'll always be picking that one. But I feel like I put in a couple unique things into this set that I'm looking forward to because I'm not sure how it's gonna go over, and that's cool too.
Let me rub my back against the notches on your bedpost. Scratch at the thoughts off my flesh shit ghost. Close to your closet door, got the glass to my ear. I'm in your business. I hear bones rattle, bones rattle, bones rattle. I hear bones rattle, bones rattling for saving time. Bones rattling, I make judgment calls and pickup lines. Sexual hang-up, see me breaking nude, all alone. It's aggravating, masturbating to a down tone. I'm your home to run away, change the thought. My mind's a collision in a corpse. Thinking towards century minds. Uncrossed legs exposing in the thighs. This road, show my motion, this in disguise. It's so many lives, each step has left my face off. It's so many lives and I'm a breath. I can face God, digging to my mind. Deep find a graveyard. Nervous bodies will resurface. It rains hard, don't cry. I'll line the shortcomings. My world's full of them. All in the
One, there are surprises, but right? Don't you have other surprise things happening? Maybe.
Well, what I'm doing now, for the most part, is going through the fan favorites. You know, like my quote unquote hits. Like I'm not trying to like push the envelope of. Like I'm not trying to bring up brand new songs that people don't know of. Even though I'm sure a lot of people would love to hear the new stuff. That's not where I'm at right now. I'm still I feel like the next album I release, I'll stop performing all the old fan favorites, and people are going to get pissed off. So for an event like this is
Storm
important.
shaking his head.
It's important to have it be that thing. Let everybody be part of it. Let everyone join in on the songs they're most familiar with and excited about.
Yeah, because
until I'm the selfish artist who's like, no, now you should care about this one.
Storm, whose set are you most excited to see at the show?
Well, not the Metermaids because they suck. But I would say that it's always fun to see Mopes get out there, which is actually pronounced Mopes, and I don't know why everyone has been pronouncing it that way the whole time, but he'll probably change it again soon. It's always fun to see him because I know how much he hates live performance.
Yes.
So to see him go up there and give his all, and by the end, like, he's just pissed to be there. He's pissed that he has to do this, and it's great. You know, he makes great sons, so it's fun to see that.
Is this real? Why does it sound like I'm in a can?
Well, because you are in a can. You're Oscar.
Okay. But does he actually not like performing, and it
He's
does
not
aggravate
very
him?
comfortable with
Okay.
it. It took a while for him to do what he's doing on stage. He didn't even want to be part of this.
I think he's just like, why am I doing this? Like,
Oh,
you know, I think he's
yeah.
like, I made the beats, I wrote the raps, I recorded the raps, I put the album out. I mean, haven't I done enough for you people? Like, I feel like, you know.
The workload.
Yeah. So, but the one I'm really, really, really excited about is, and I'll tell you now what my surprise thing was, is that before Sage goes on, right before his set, I'm going to get up there and do 20 minutes of his greatest hits.
And leave him hanging.
And so when he gets up, he's going to be like, I don't know what I can do now.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going to re-perform those songs. One last question before we give you your gift. What's the plan if tears start falling?
I'll sing the Kiss song a cappella.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I got that out of my system at the last couple shows. And it's we're missing Father's Day.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, this is your.
But it doesn't feel like it. I'm not like, I don't live by those.
Sure.
I don't know. It's such a fake holiday to me.
Yeah.
Always was, even as a kid. Like, and now
Would you say
now
that
as a father, I know it is a fake holiday.
But would you say that about Mother's Day?
No.
Very real. Very real.
But there's a reason for that.
I
It's
know.
like, I don't know. The mom really does deserve that day. The father, that's such a bullshit. Like, and
I
it comes a little bit after Mother's Day because some fucking piece of shit dad was like, "This fucking bitch got her own fucking holiday.
He did. Yes.
Where's my holiday?"
Yeah. Don't the women get enough? All right.
I think Father's Day is needed. I do.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
It's so
I
superfluous.
think it is. All of the holidays are. Like, nobody needs any of the holidays, really. But
that's true.
I do like that holidays can be an excuse to do things that we wouldn't do that are important, and
that we wouldn't just say, "Oh, thanks, Dad."
right, and we can do them, and at the same time we can be like, and this is bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's like it works. Covers all the bases.
Well, I don't think I ever said thanks to my dad.
No, you lost your opportunity.
I did. Thanks, Dad.
But we appreciate his sperm because without it, you wouldn't be here, and we like you just how you are.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, they're just stupid gifts, but we knew we were going to be hanging out at the strange famous Airbnb, and I thought it would be it's like a fantasy of mine for a bunch of rappers to hang around and play hip hop trivia.
Well, you and I are going to kill it, and that's it.
I might have a chance.
I think
you probably have a stronger hold on more of the hip hop history than me at this point.
Well, that one's for you. That
Thank
one's
you.
a strange famous gift, and then I figured.
Wait, is this a vintage game too? It kind of looks old.
Well,
it's a couple weeks old.
I'm sure Drake's in there.
Oh. See, I won't get any of these questions.
And then since you guys were running a label, this is where you have a bunch of writers. This is a writer emergency pack. So if any of the writers,
so it's like prompts for what to write about.
Yes, I know it's not needed, but fuck it.
No, but you know what that's good for is like stuff like that is like freestyle session. It's just like use the writer's prompt pack for a freestyle session.
There you go.
Because you can't, all the genius ideas up here, they fall out.
Thank you, guys.
I thought it was like if we give that gift, does that mean we think they need better?
Hey, you guys could. Well, it's for an emergency, man. I mean, who needs a fire extinguisher until there's an actual fire? You never know.
And we got you a month-long subscription to Rapper's Course.
Yes.
Oh yeah!
Thank you.
Master class.
You guys are the best. Thank you for joining us on the show. Thanks for having us out.
Having us, inviting us.
Yeah, it's a good partnership for us.
Thank you guys for being here, for real. And for all you've done to not only promote this show, which has been like 6 months of straight promotion from you guys, but having us on in the long run. The art that you've done has been magnificent. I mean, like everything that you two have done for Strange Famous, completely unprompted. Is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
You're the real emergency pack.
Oh, you know what I forgot to give?
That's why he is who he is.
That's right. I didn't want to give you other things to take home.
Oh,
with you.
snap. Yes, thank you. Doug, I think I really might use this for some mixtape.
Do whatever you
thing.
want with it.
All right.
It's yours.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Thank you again. You're the best.
All right, cheers. That's it for this moment. Then we'll be back with some other Strange Famous artists. Peace.
I never thought that I'd miss you. I never thought that I'd miss you. Me, 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 I never thought that I'd miss you. I never thought that I'd miss you. I never thought that I'd miss you. Not bad. You got a future, kid. I see you. Thank you, Denver. Hey, you want to hang out with us? Yes. So we ran out of time. I had a big long speech I wanted to give about you. But this is Storm Davis, okay? You know he's been working his ass off over there, but that is just kind of like symbolic of all the shit he does with Strange Famous Records. I love you. We appreciate the shit out of you. Thank you so much for helping keep us afloat. This is gonna be a thing because of you, dude. Because of me. Because of you. Max Ben. We got a beatboxer on stage. Not afraid, I'm not scared, throw the shirt up prepared. When it comes to bullshit, I know what's coming to land. Ask God for the war, and the devil will repeat. Now me victory feels just the same as defeat. I'm all man, but better than an out of his job. Living the stage of my life, I don't need the applause. I'm just doing shows, doing fine in the show. But I don't care what people think, I'm letting it go.
This shit is out of hand, I do this cause I can. I can't lie, let it lay where I land. Everybody wants a message, but I'm just a mess. I would rather get better than say I am the best. If you're listening to this, I already died.
Okay, yep, still hanging out backstage with the Strange Famous Fest, and here we are. Check it out. We're sitting with BlackLiq. It's been a bit since we talked to you.
Yes, it's been a lifetime.
It really has.
Yes, it's been lots of things.
Yeah.
Things of lots.
Well, first, your arrival was an issue.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can give you a rundown if you want.
Sure.
Are you ready to take the trip? All right, because your flight's going to get delayed just like mine. Boom, I landed at the airport at Richmond. I get in. I hate flying. I'm too tall for this business. I do it. I hop on the plane. I survive it. I meditate. I feel the pain. I get out. I've got 15 to 20 minutes to get to the next connecting flight in CLT. It's a cult thing. I get to the place. I see that we're about to board. I go. I use the restroom. I come back. We're not going to board till 10 a.m. the next day.
Oh my God.
It hurt.
Yeah.
My heart, it was soiled, it was broken. I had to figure out a way of what to do. I said, business credit card, Uber. Vouchers were spoken of. Customer service was not a very helpful thing at all. In fact, I got cold transferred after they failed me, which is crazy because I have the secret phone number for American. And they failed me, yo, like I'm not a citizen. It was un-American. So I went to Food Line, which was very American. In fact, very hood. I went to a hood Food Line after almost leaving my hoodie inside of an Uber. I got it back. By the way, shout out to Ahmad, Uber driver. What did he pick me up to? State property. Hip hop is not dead. So then I sat there and I said to myself, what would a man such as myself need to consume within this time to recreate the area and lifestyle which I hold? And I said fizzy water, certain variations of fruit, something that also may would serve at the capacity of protein. I procured said items for more money than I was willing to spend, but I did it anyways because I'm balling out of control, I think. So then Another Uber comes and picks me up after a 12-minute wait, which turned into another Uber driver. I get to a hotel. Clarion, are y'all keeping up? I get to a Clarion. Now, you know, a Clarion is something that belongs in a toolbox because it's ratchet. So I get there and I'm up in the ratchet hotel. The toilet looks like somebody spilled vomit and bleach on it. It was bubbled and burned. So much so that I thought that it was wet and I wiped it off and it was dry. And I sat there and I said, what can I do? I had a flight coming. The flight was coming not until I had to be there like 8 in the morning technically. So what did I do? I posted on Instagram because that's what you're supposed to do in a moment of crisis. I explained my scenario to remind people that BlackLiq does not stop and will not be stopped. And my man Plain Old Bill, a.k.a. Hibble, shout out to Atmosphere Rhymes Series, Bill, my brother, my lovers, my whole family, you know what I'm saying? We go through this together, through the struggle. Bill hollered, he said, yo, we're going to be at the airport in Denver at like 11:30. When's your flight? And I said 11:30. That's when I'm landing. So next thing you know, the strange quink-a-dink takes place in which I hop on another plane after going through a very long, extensive security check in North Carolina and witnessing very different, like a lot of NPCs. The custom creator of people was pretty high level though, because they were different. Sometimes there's similarities, but these NPCs, they didn't want to interact. They acted like I wasn't there, acted like they weren't there, but there were so much of us together, separate. Then, boom, plane, packed, sit, suffer, feel the pain. Did you know they only pass out water on planes now? And the snacks, they try to sell you first, and then they try to get us to sign up for a credit card that had 70,000 travel points, which actually is a pretty good thing. But on the other side of the situation, you have to wonder what the APR would be after that special thing wears off. And look, I know, because BlackLiq's got good credit. Some would say great. I ignored that deal because you know what? I've got an LLC card. I'll put it on the business side. We'll be okay. Boom, I land, and then a text message exchange takes place, and next thing you know, as you see on my Instagram, I link with the Atmosphere crew, with my brother Bill, with my brother Ant, with Randy, with everybody, yo, except for Slug, who we'll see later. But everything went okay, I guess, except I had to get another Uber. Why? Everybody said, Black, take the train. You know what today is? The day where the train's not working. So, again, you want to save money? No, I got frizz going down, y'all, because I'm not playing, yo. And I took a very hood shower this morning, by the way, too. I felt like a cat. Now, after all that was done, I finally made my way here after going to the wrong side through the Ruby Hill Park and harassing a nice lady with 2 little dogs. Yes, they were beautiful, cute. I wanted to touch them, but I didn't. My driver was weirded out by the fact that I talked to people. He took me back around. We saw Seez at the entrance, and that's when I knew I was at the right place at the right time. I walked out. Storm was waiting on me. Metermaids were there measuring people's parking. Everything was great. And so now here we are, existing, coexisting, persisting, not resisting, transisting, and also getting straight to the business, yo. And that's how we got the Strange Famous Fest. And if I didn't tell you, I'm going to fuck my setup, yo.
Yes.
They told me the next plane was good to go. I walked up to that plane. They told me that next plane was not good to go. I had to go to a hood hotel. I stayed in the hood hotel. I woke up this morning and got on another plane. I said I'm good to go. So y'all ready to get down and get this business? I'm BlackLiq from Richmond, Virginia. And what I came here to do first off is to make sure that your energy is right, to make sure you understand why I'm here and what I do. So, pick these motherfuckers off with that weird shit.
Life and times, yo. Life and times.
I wish I could have told our story that great.
No, ours was bad.
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You can tell stories by drawing things in strange ways.
Oh, yeah.
She pulls out emotional questions and different insights to the intuition of her existence. And what I do is I summarize things in a certain sort of runabout way.
Myself, I know I'm known as who. Liquid black, a matter of fact, like a flag, I cut niggas shot. Hurricane absolutely laughing on the track. I'm taking it back, taking the glass, putting the trash, taking the dick, talking my clock, talking my heart, and seizing my thought. My pain is on parts, the match is on. 7:30 up the later than early like days in the dark. Only the start, 30 apart. Every blaze begins with a spark. Then are you with me?
And it's
amazing.
Truly amazing.
We are 3,000 words.
And what would you have said had that all not happened?
I would have said, I'm doing all right.
What would you do if you lost everything? Where would you go? Who would you be? What would you do if you lost everything? My father's been incarcerated for over 18 years. I've had to tell him time after time that the road's been denied. I've paid his books. I visit him every day. He continues to fight for his freedom and his innocence. I'm going to tell you all right now, if you have family who's incarcerated, if you have friends who are incarcerated, it means the world when you pick up that phone or when you send them a letter or you put something on their JPEG, because they still exist and they are still part of this world. And the system does everything to break families apart and to take people out of this reality so they can get them right back in the place they fucking are right now. Fuck 12 and fuck the DOC.
But instead, I'm doing fucking fantastic because nothing worth having in life, let alone the moment, the little small second in time that we possess it, because nothing belongs to us. The moment we decide things belong to us is the moment in which we spoil the great gift of abundance. You know what I'm saying? Possession is what creates scarcity. It's a desperate kind of measure, the wrong end of desperation. So I don't own or hold anything, but the fact that this moment is for us to share and belongs to us together, that's what all this is about. And it wouldn't happen if it wasn't difficult to reach.
Right.
The easy shit is the shit that happens every single day. And you think your life is hard? Wait till you start living. And that's what we're doing right now. We're living, yo.
That's
We
right.
can't wait for this shit. That's what we all put ourselves through. That's what we align our little schedules for, and our self-importance, our ego-inflated things that supposedly have value. I had a bag full of stuff. I was upset because a bag of rice cakes kind of got busted. And then I thought to myself, 2 words, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Went ahead and hit them joints a little bit. I even threw a little bit away, you know what I'm saying, just for my homies that can't be here and for the fact that I cannot ever put my mind in a place to where I think I don't have enough. Because I have more than enough. I have abundance. And abundance is never an exact number or an exact set of things. It's just exactly what you need at the moment. And that's not always what you want.
I don't like when the coffee run out. I don't like when you wreck your mouth. I don't like when the samples out. I don't like how the first turned out. It's like when the sun comes out. I like when you check your mouth.
I don't like jokes. I'm not a funny nigga. I don't like bad breath. I don't like elevators. I take mad steps.
I didn't want to have my travel fucked up. I didn't want to have to deal with the bullshit. I didn't want to be in the hood ratchet hotel. But they were all things that prepared me for this moment. And they're also why, yet again, as a warning, not just a threat, but a promise, I'm going to fuck this whole show up tonight, yo.
You are. Looking forward to it.
Fuck the law. I came like a drink to break the jaw. You want to take the time, you want to make mistakes. Then I'll fix the round, and I'll face it straight. Even if it's a brown, then I'll take the time. Rewind one more line, cause black don't play. Black stay on path, cause black don't stray. And you know the name, and you know the game. Cause it's straight motherfucking favorite special today. Cause the night till you rise, lives in a place called Levitt Pavilion. I'm built to the building in the motherfucking building.
We are so looking forward to it. I got goosebumps from just even you setting it up like that. I have something that we got a little gift for you. Because we appreciate you being on our show and always coming with some real knowledge.
Well, thank you. Hold the fuck up, yo. So hold on. You want to know how real it is? Did you see the shirt? Do you not know what this is?
No? Yeah. Leave
Las Vegas shirt, y'all. Yes. And the best part is I can't draw for shit except the crowd and the conclusion. So this will be perfect.
There's your plane ride home right there, man.
Oh my goodness, yes. I've been searching for the word. This is it. Yo. Holy shit. They have a Mandy color by numbers. Oh my gosh.
That's a Nicolas Cage activity book.
Dot to dot. Oh man! And the best part is the thing at the start. It says, "Hi there." That's the first line. That's some fucking weird cerebral shit. I'm gonna put this in my pipe and not smoke it. I'm gonna draw on it instead. Yo, this is fucking vulgar. I love it.
I'm undebatable, completely unrelatable. I don't like vacations, I'm undateable. I don't argue, I don't debate, motivate. You gotta never be good. It's observation. Go ahead and take a trip, mind your occupation. You wanna take the trip, take the destination. Have a fun time, see you on the other side. I'm up all night working on another rhyme. And most my friends quit, take you live like this.
Yeah, well, look, the last thing I'll say is this, is that if you can't tell, if you don't know, if you have any doubts, you guys or anybody who watches this shit, understand that you are part of something bigger than yourself the moment that you stop seeing yourself as small. It doesn't make you any bigger, it doesn't make you any better, but it makes the opportunities that the universe will provide, not on your schedule, but through the desire and your ability to travel through the moment without expecting or asking why or why not, accepting and building and moving forward. If you can recognize that, you will see how thankful you should be and also how blessed we all are to be existing here. These two individuals are super nice and super grateful and super talented, so much more than I could ever convey in a few words. And here I am, somebody who often at times doesn't feel like I have any sort of fucking gift, but I have the opportunity to be here with something that'll make it look like I can draw. And it's an amazing thing. So if you're out there and you feel alone, know that is as far as it goes, is how you feel, because you're not alone. We all got each other, yo, and that's all we got.
Yep, you're a gift.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. And following up that, check out this footage from BlackLiq show at the Strange Famous Fest in Denver, Colorado. It's fucking, like he said, it's going off.
You will die.
Peace.
I need therapy, no lie when I die. Only hope they say that I live. And remember what I did, even after what I did. When I die, I'm gonna go to heaven over down. It's all my kids are rappers that the masters they for sale. When I die, I'm gonna ask the devil why he lied. They got solid game first, the open on the sky. When I die, nigga, that's a motherfucking lie. Because I'm in this forever. Hey yo, let me ask y'all a question.
How y'all feeling? Oh yeah. About ready to smash this shit? This shit's gonna be hard as fuck.
My boy dog is on He on it, man.
I've never done it.
Make some noise for sleeping DJ Zole, yeah.
Hey, it's about that time when they check the meters and kind of like fine you for it. Are y'all ready for the Metermaids?
Oh, hello Denver.
It's about that time. Check your meter.
Never pay more than $5 for lunch. There's always somebody more tired than you on the train. Don't sample anything but vinyl. Trust me, yo. It's not the same. Being a dick to girls won't help to get you laid. Well, maybe a little bit, but with shades of gray. Don't shave your face in a hurry. Don't be so afraid of change.
Okay, we're here still backstage at the Strange Fame Fest. Guess who we're sitting with? Of course, you guys can see him. Sentence and Swell.
Hello
in the
in
same
real
room.
life.
Hello in real life.
Hello.
So we'll make it quick because we know you guys got to get out and put on a banging show today. But before we do that, we got gifts from our last episode.
Nice.
Before I give you those gifts, though, I do want to ask you. I have two questions that I want to ask you. The first one is, what song are you guys looking forward to? What's the song that you're looking forward to performing tonight?
Oh, good question. We have a song called I Am. I think my boys might come out and help us finish
cool.
it off. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, so that's exciting
They've
to look
been
forward
rehearsing,
to.
Oh, awesome. Like your boy, like
My boys.
your children. Yeah, not your boys.
Yeah,
boys,
no,
but
my
yeah.
My homeboys.
Awesome.
My literal boys.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Look, so we'll catch footage of that and share with the people.
Face to face with the serpent. 13's my lucky number. You got bad luck. Metermaids, Brooklyn, live and uncut. It's all over now, baby. Proving there's a rocky ground. Short shot dead to the world. Bury me now. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease. Number 9 should have been number 1 to me. You can't hurt me up in the DC. Cause the piano been drinking, not me. Now, who ain't you? My coats on the belt against the time. 10 hours for a handful of dimes. Instead of wanting dread of alive, nowhere to hide. Smoke on the water and fire in the sky. I am. Hands up, let's go, bring us home. Hands up, I am.
Whose set are you most looking forward to seeing?
I mean, I think personally, like everyone except for Storm Davis. I think everyone kind of feels that way.
That's really good that you say that, because yesterday when we asked Storm who said, "Are you really looking forward to Sandstorm?" said everyone except for the Metermaids.
we actually have like real beef with them. Like,
it's on site.
Good.
It's on
Good.
site with Storm.
So even during I am, what you're saying is there a fight could break out
at any
with
point.
Storm.
At any point.
The whole set is mostly just us dissing Storm. We only do 2 songs.
And then I rant for like the other like 10 minutes. Just no music behind me, just talking shit about Storm.
Don't gotta worry about all the gun with your hole in your pocket or you're playing a folding empty black coach of black cockpit. It's loving, it's hating, it's punching, dumbing, it's taking forever, numbers, it's painting, it's pleasure. Fuck, it's the greatest thing ever! Think of it, still belly to the moon. Stick 'em up like belly to the moon. Wolf backs down, you can roll with the crew. The sun comes up and the numbers will bruise. On top of the big beat hits. Keep it cool like an AC switch. No sweat like hate, man. Shit. Nothing but a fresh coat of paint can't fix. I made my bed in the morning when I woke up. I picked my clothes up off the floor. Walked crumbling like a ghost in the graveyard. I walked the streets like a criminal son. I pulled my hat real low. I had apologies for everyone. I wished I could make the city silent. I wish that all they could hear was my breath. I would lay myself down on the sidewalk. Let me sit in with the secrets as I slept. I called my sister up long distance to see if she remembered me now that she's grown. Her laugh sounded just like our mom's, and I wish that I was going home. It's gonna get so much better. Everybody's gonna get their turn. Time to matches that's left in the matchbook. One of these is gonna burn.
All right, look, I got a few gifts to give you. Here's the number 1 gift. I don't know how you're going to split it up, and also a lot more stuff comes with this, but I didn't bring it with me. I'm going to ship it to you guys.
Okay.
But the main one is your original drawing.
That goes to this man.
That's the original piece.
Yo, that's sick,
that's
dude.
amazing.
That's for you guys, and then I will send you the other portions of the
That's so dope.
Of what normally comes with that
normally
care
it comes with a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll send you that.
Say nobody moves, nobody gets hurt, you say. Up jump survivors, clutching hands like vipers, left them a laughing sirens, first to brush the silence. On the instant, they cold, give me space. Stay away to the L train, up Jimmy Page. Politics and wolf packs and model clothes. Pocket full of change, see how far I gotta go. Night fire escape, smoke and Jimmy Hayes. New York pretty confused, scoop the gypsy hoes. Bang, bang, boogies and up jump the party. We bum rush the lobby, but don't touch nobody. Body, eyes closed, quiet, the hush kids with their fingers pressed up against the glass. Some shit.
But then here's the other gifts. This one's for Swell.
All right.
This is a rap book that you can write your raps in.
But it's Bruce.
Sorry I wasn't listening, but I'm sorry I wasn't listening. I was thinking about Bruce Springsteen.
Yo. This is incredible.
Thank you. You're welcome.
He's nothing like a China dog. I'm stepping out with the kick game ferocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious out of those shit. So shit, the potion no pills with a blue line. Weak face up in green space. Show him off the blue side. Super to the blueprint. He's going out. Take a lot of spaces. You can bet in every second special phase. What's up, screw face for fucking to take the cross. Keep my lover girl. This me and takes a drop. Wanna take you out them jeans. You bring them at half price. Take your picture, tell your friends that you party last night. That's right. Singing out and thinking out. I can't relax. Shut the house up in it. But I'm smashing with the camera slash. Double jack and hop back on top of Maracuja. That's the beauty. Got to get back to the Maracuja.
This one's for Sam. All right, here you go.
Oh, wow. How did you find this?
This is his aardvark book.
Man, that is topical.
Yo. Hopefully it has pictures of aardvarks in
I
it.
know. So you don't get bit by it.
I was just. Can you hear me? I was just gonna say you should have drawn an aardvark in there. For
I should have. I
For
wish I would have.
purposes. For safety.
Do
A
not
mole?
put your
a diagram of a mole and a diagram.
Don't stick your finger in this one.
What's up? Wake up on the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, wake up on the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6, wake up on the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, never sleep, don't stop on the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, wake up on the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6, wake up on the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 wake up, never see the goal.
Until my people's in the warehouse. Midnight junkies into the tear their hair out. All night bases that were on a wait staff. Somewhere conductors eat back, same track, okay. But rest trust even though those are dignity. This one's for the open car windows in the winter green. Heavy eyes dropping, no watching the train with. Steady pumping midnight oil burning through the graveyard shit. And same shit, different night. From the Bermudas, they been shutting off their light. Like Mimosa at 3 a.m. to speak the stream. People on the corner bolting up 20 deep. The midnight back, no reason names get the message. Flashing in your sides, like for infrared. As listen, single smoke, 6 packs in the Bristol cups. This was another time as a dancer, second single wake up. 1, 2 o'clock, green, black.
Well, I'm glad that you guys stopped in with us. We definitely wanted to get that to you. Like I said, we have more to send to you. And so, yeah, look at Cas One. That's an eagle name. Just kidding. I'm joking. We really appreciate having you guys on the show, and really looking forward to catching you guys' show today.
Thank you so much, man. These are the best guests ever. And
write some raps in there.
That was the most fun podcast I've ever been a part of.
Thank you.
For real.
Thank you so much. Well, there you go. There you hear it. The Metermaids sent in as well. They'll be on stage, and a fight may break out with Storm Davis.
Fuck you, Storm. We're coming.
All right, peace.
Y'all know this beat? This is you like it is Metermaids, DK, all day doing this. Suckers now walking out in the middle, tootling. Cool kids in the party, you can taste the hooping it. Foolish in the slow, but it's a movement, it's in you in it. Either you just cool or you're somebody more cool with. Otherwise, screw it. Everyone else is a hero, they keep something good the way they moving it. It's yours, prove it, you can do it. Moving at your door, moving it. Google it, YouTube it. Ask a couple, 1, 2. Rap about your average in the road. He like, trying to pass it off and soap it out. And you just need to make a practice on your jokes in the tragedy. I'm trying to strategy. I know, believing that is something someone actually wrote. It's revolting, solving, cabbage back pros. Subpar, 1 star. After that, whoa, no soul, no control. I sold nothing new at all. No reason, no thinking, no meaning. Booty call, don't care, half damn. Half rap free, strange famous, don't play. We do write the rules, y'all. Nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. Let's go. Thank you, Denver.
All right, we're still backstage at the Strange Famous Fest in Denver, and check it out. We're sitting right here with Wheelchair Sports Camp.
Strange Famous!
Hey! The question that I've been asking everybody is, on your set, what are you most looking forward to performing?
Well, we're doing a new song called Denim on Denim. We got some friends, the Rarebirds, coming out with us, so that's always exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much, it's short sets, so we tried to pack as much as we could into 20 minutes, but we had to bring something new.
Is that Coco and
Kia?
Kia.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And we got our friend Machete Mouth coming too, so yeah, we're excited.
That's awesome.
Excited.
Machete Mouth is an awesome name.
Yeah.
Isn't it? She's an awesome singer.
She really is a Machete Mouth.
Yeah, we had to show some of our Denver friends to everyone.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
And you got to represent local.
That's right.
Got it.
So aside from that, whose set are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
Mopes, of course. We'll go back way to the prolific days, you know?
Yeah.
Good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's kind of like all around. Like, I haven't got to meet a lot of these cats till today. And so, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole Strange Famous Fest thing is a great idea. Like, it's just been cool to see everybody actually who are on the label but first time meeting each other
Right.
in person.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Like, you can't beat that kind of energy. So
Right.
I imagine it's gonna show itself on stage with
Totally.
everyone performing.
I'm missing my boy Bernard, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to maybe you have to do like a bust into a Dolan impersonation or something.
Yeah. This one's for Bernard.
I got a gun safe. That's a safe to keep my gun safe.
So we got you a little gift.
Well, I love gifts.
Oh, you killed it.
Yeah, dude. I love it.
But on our episode, we were talking about flip bills. So I was like, of the hats to get.
If it wasn't Nuggets week, I'd change it.
Yeah, no,
it's okay. Another 10. You don't need to wear it now.
That is
Yeah, I
awesome.
have to try it.
I've never seen that.
Wow, this is incredible. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank
Thanks,
you. We
man.
want to thank you for being on our show and stuff like that. It's always a pleasure to have anybody be a guest on our show, and we had a great time with you. So.
Yeah, likewise. You're getting me closer and closer to my South Park dreams.
Yeah, I
And
know.
your Meow Wolf room was
Oh, yeah,
amazing. We
that's
were not expecting that at all, and we were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And we saw all of these little signs that pointed to you, and we're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!"
Yeah, it was
Right
cool.
on.
Yeah, we just barely came. We took our kids there a month ago. Yeah, and we just came around the corner, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Wheelchair sports camp room?"
There's a lot of
about
little secret Easter eggs in there.
Yeah.
If you open the drawer that says "Do not open," it turns on the subwoofer.
Oh my God!
You didn't know that.
Yeah,
If you roll under one of the things, it turns on the disco ball.
Oh, that's cool.
So now people know.
Yeah.
That's cool, but it's even cool. Yeah, that to have Easter eggs like that.
I
That's a
liked-
great idea.
I guess it's your design, right? I loved how on the sink, like the handles and stuff. Like, of course, I never thought about that, but knowing you and then seeing that, I'm going like, oh, because I bet it's a pain in the ass to even like turn on a faucet.
Yeah, I actually found that in an alley right by me, that sink.
Oh, whoa.
And I think it might have even been my dad's idea. So it was like me and Greg working on the designs for 4 years.
Long time.
Oh my gosh.
Just like having to reimagine our original concept over and over to the point that, like, you know, it was approved. And yeah, I found that sink in an alley. I tried to find a lot of stuff in the alleys and like junk, you know, all the junk cars, all that.
So when they had you guys do that, was that your bill? Like, did you guys have to come up with all the everything, make all the arts and the?
Yeah,
that's cool.
They just gave us the empty box, and originally we wanted 5.5-foot ceilings.
Oh.
And they gave us 15 feet.
Yeah, it was high. It was way high.
So then we had to reimagine.
But it was
that.
cool because then you had I think you had a wheelchair hanging up.
Yeah. No, it worked
cool.
out because that was like we switched to perspective switch.
Right.
Like everyone around our heights, everything's too high, so you feel like what it's like in Kaylin's kitchen for her, and then everything's too low, so it's like a world not made for you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, I got parts of that, and I thought that was awesome.
Well, and the one thing, so I just saw someone came backstage and said, "Did you guys see the new wheelchair sports camp stickers?" So that I saw that you have stickers out because when we were there, we were trying to buy something. I was like, "What do you guys got? Wheelchair sports camp?
Where's the merch? Where's the wheelchair merch?"
The lady was like, "Oh, I think we're reaching out to them to try to get some merch to sell at the place."
Good. I'm glad you guys said that.
Yeah, we're actually just like this week plotting. The goal is to. A lot of people are like, "Where's that song? Where's that song? Where can I find that song?" But you know, it was supposed to be like you only can experience this there.
Right.
But we've had enough inquiries that we're like, shit, we gotta release that song, why don't we make a music video? And they're that would be silly not to.
Yeah.
We literally designed a set.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
And we designed the song to fit that room very specifically. So, yeah, you heard it here first. We're about to drop that, and hopefully you'll find it in the Meow of gift shops.
That's what I was gonna say. It could be a digital download on like the T-shirt tag or the something.
Yeah.
Look at you. What do you're already spitballing
Sorry,
ideas. No, I'm joking. I'm saying
I just get thinking.
No, I love it. Yeah, we need that.
Well, we appreciate you guys stopping in with us, and look forward to seeing you guys rock this fucking house.
Man, thanks so much. Thanks for the gift.
Of course.
I can't wait.
Going to start soon. So
hell yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Nice to see you in person too.
Nice to see y'all in the flesh.
Peace.
Here's a presentation of world. I put myself into the ground, I get into the crowd, my better sense to the clouds, my innocence to the ground, my dividends to mouth, my dedication to the
hours. I've been through the ups and downs, so I know the ins and outs. And I was told it was the journey, not the destination. So I won't stop at the same spot where the rest are waiting. But it's hard to make it, gotta wake up in it.
Well, Sage was the last one that the only person we've talked to after Strange Famous has come to a close. Okay. And you're the only other person. Everyone else we talked to before it. So you have the insight of how it went down.
You were amazing.
You crushed it.
You were amazing. And the crowd, they just gravitated towards you. It was awesome.
And if you don't mind me saying, when I came to the back of the stage and you were standing in the back, you had said, you said to me, you hadn't done any of those songs for
a lot of them, some of them 15 years.
And you fucking crushed it.
And honestly, I have so many kids, so I'm chasing kids all day. I was like, I gotta practice. And then I haven't listened to any of those songs in so long. I don't like to listen to myself. You know what I mean?
Flex the beat, flex on me, flex the beat, flex the beat. Get the head and let the sweet. That perception ain't to lead the beast. Neck to neck, as we resurrect the scene. Let the green check collect respect for me. Debt collectors heckle me. Echo what he says when I get equity. Texting me, this is special lesson key. Stepping never repping me.
Wait, how many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids. One fully grown child with her own kid. She's married with her own kid. But I have a 16-year-old
your grandpa.
son. Yeah, I have a 16-year-old son, a 13-year-old son, and a 9-year-old daughter. And so I just been they all know I'm leaving, so everybody wants all my attention. I didn't have time to practice.
Yeah.
So I was just, oh God.
I did notice you close your eyes a lot.
I do
and
that.
you just focus.
That's what they used to call me sleep. I hate looking at crowds.
Well, how did you feel? How did it feel?
It felt good. Yeah, it was. It felt good to play that music. It's so like nostalgic.
Yeah.
It brings like when my first son was born, when me and my wife first got together, and then even before then, like I did some stuff from my Christopher record. I did stuff from Hesitation Wounds, and I did stuff from Oregon Failure, and I got to.
It was like
go
home.
through it was like my life.
It was like home.
Yeah,
It felt like home.
Yeah, I did like a down tempo tonight set. Like usually I have a more hype songs that are more polished, but I felt like I wanted to be heady today. I really wanted to focus on like the lyrics of it.
That's awesome.
And so I played like a down set, and I've never done that before, and I liked it.
It felt good, right? It didn't feel like.
It felt like me.
Makes them happy when they have the target for their finger. Earth gets music to my feet and my I stay in blind. Couldn't hurt, keep my shirt, even keep my place, leave on the furniture. For what it's worth, they'll take you less, you make it clear you won't be sure. In my mind, staring at the yellow line.
Honestly, it was like a dope family reunion. I haven't seen a lot of these people in so long, and I love them so much. I love Sage and Storm and Mopes. They're like my East Coast family.
Yeah.
I really do love them all, genuinely. They're good human beings and the people I want to be around. I got to see Slug. Slug's my boy. I haven't got to see him in a long time, you know, and we had some really good conversations. And when Sage was on stage, when he did the Best of Times, like it just, I had a whole bunch of feelings like rush over me, and I was just thinking about how beautiful, like just the journey has been in general, and you know, I get to be around my people that I love.
Yeah.
And so.
Never thought I was perfect, always thought I had a purpose. I used to wonder if I lived to see my first kiss. The most difficult thing I ever did was recite my own words in a service. Realizing the person I was addressing probably wasn't looking down from heaven. Or cooking up something in Hell's Kitchen. Trying to listen in, no eavesdrop from another dimension. It was self-serving, like this is conveniently religious. On Easter Sunday and on Christmas, television went from being a babysitter to a mistress. Technology made it easy for us to stay in touch while keeping a distance. So we just stay distant and never touch. Now all we do is text too much. I don't remember much from my youth. My memories were pressed. We wasted too much time wondering if I lived to have sex. Fell in love for the first time in 4th grade. I didn't have the courage to talk to her. In 8th grade, I wrote her a note and slipped it in somebody else's locker. Considered killing myself because of that. It was a big deal. It was a bone cover. It was over for me. My goose was cooked, stick a fork in me. Jig is up. Knew my chances, rest is history. Future torn asunder. Came abundantly clear. I was only brought here to suffer. At least I didn't include my name. Then they wrote the whole note in code. And then 10 layers of Scotch tape safety seal. It was impossible to open. Plus, it was set to self-destruct. Whoever read it probably died laughing. I wonder if they lived long enough to realize what happened. A year later, I came to understand. It wasn't love I was feeling for her. I had someone else to obsess over. I was old and very mature. Forged my time signature. Practiced my parents' autograph. I was failing math. Disconnected the phone when I thought the teacher would call me home. Generally mailbox twice a day at the end of a long dirt road. Sneak open a couple envelopes like I was in private detective mode. Snoop around long enough for something in particular, you're guaranteed to find it. For better or worse, it's how I learn it's best to just keep some things private. It was the best of times. It was the end of times. Best of times. Best of times. Come on. Come on. Best of times. End of times. Always on deck. Who's next in line? Only child with a pen and pad. Write a list of things you never had. Walls in the house. Paved within. Every squabble seemed to get definite. Memories serving directly to me. secrets, hidden my talents, in my head, never under the mattress. Therapy didn't break me, never learned a word that would ensure safety. So softly, I tiptoed off.
I'm super stoked. I'm really excited to be here, and it was really an emotional kind of roller coaster. Like, it was powerful. Like, I was just thinking about all the old times and just touring with Sage. I got to go to the East Coast and really like see where he's from and go to his house and play poker.
Yeah.
And for the record, I won that game. Totally by accident. And then they thought it was a shark.
I was out there in the crowd, and when he started the Best of Times, I was not the only one who's saying like, no, don't do this, don't do this, no.
We need that though, you know. It's like, I think reflecting on that period of time, it was before everything was like broken.
It was.
You know what I mean? It was, everybody was still building, and we were hopeful, and we had a black president. There's all these different kinds of things that, and you felt like we were making real progress, and then out of nowhere you realize
reality hit
and
you.
it went like 20 steps backwards.
Yeah.
And so like now everybody's so negative and depressed, and you know, it's just terrible.
Like life works in waves, though. We might get a nice, big, fucking happy wave coming soon.
That's why music's so powerful.
Yeah.
And and that song by Sage is so powerful. I always loved it, but tonight in particular, these waves washed over me of just feelings and remembering like the good times and remembering how beautiful he is as a human being.
I know.
And to see his growth.
If I do, I'm gonna tell them how it is. And don't listen when they tell you that these are your best years. Don't let anybody protect your ears. It's best that you hear what they don't want you to hear. And it's better to have pressure from peers than not have tears. Beer won't give you chest hair. Spicy food will not make it curl. When you think you got it all figured out, then everything collapses. Trust me, kid. It's not the end of the world.
Like, I was the only dad back in the day, and you know, he wasn't a pops, and he was a different person. Like, he was really on his shit. But like, as watching him become a dad has been like one of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah.
You know, because
And it's
he's a good
amazing
pops,
how much his son looks like him.
Exactly. Like, like
I'm like, little Sage.
Yeah, and I always will love Sage. Like, out of all the hip hop heads, you know, that were like my big bros, I was like the little guy. I was like one of the last guys on that bus that kind of popped up. Hey, look, I can do it too, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I put out Christopher because actually the first person to believe me was like Key Cool. Like, he had my back end from the Visionaries, and he put out Christopher originally. And Sage called me out of nowhere and was like, yo, dude, I listened to Christopher and I thought it was brilliant, and if you want to come on tour with me, you can. I don't really have money for it, but like, I would have put you on this thing if I knew. And he gave me that first shot with him, and I got to go open up and play amazing venues, packed full of thousands of people, and it was super dope. And then he came right back around on my second record and signed me for it. You know? And that was dope. And he's always appreciated me, and it's really nice to be appreciated because I'm not much of a scrapper and clawer to get like, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I just don't do it. But
it's nice when someone does it for you.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah.
I keep to be honest. I keep to speak honest. It can't be conversation with people who be honest. I best the monster curfew with attention on you. Wearing a rock star costume. Keep to be honest. I keep to speak honest. It can't be conversation with people who be honest. I best the monster curfew with attention on you. Wearing a rock star costume.
He's got that vibe to him.
But he is my big bro. You know?
I know.
Well,
I was just saying that like last night, like I felt like we were hanging with all my big brothers. Like,
Yeah.
we were just like we were in the mix with the brothers.
Yeah, it's
Not like
Go ahead.
Hey, brother.
No, she hates when I say brother.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
I hate it when, like, hey, brother.
I don't know. She
brother.
Yeah.
No, but I felt like I was I love you. You guys are amazing.
Crushers. Yes.
They're
Well,
okay.
let's
They're
wrap
my
up.
ladies. You're my brothers.
They've got a strict curfew to get out, so we'll wrap up. That was fucking awesome to see you performing.
It was really awesome to just see you in person.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I've been watching your show and going back. And
Thank you. All right,
well,
man.
we love you,
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
do.
so glad we got to meet you, an actual real life person.
Yeah.
And I have to say, for anybody, like if you're like me and you watch this art online, it's incredible. But to hold it, see it, it's another level, dude. Like you are so talented.
Well, you wrapped up Strange Famous Fest with us. It was a fucking killer show. It was a killer weekend. And one of my fears coming into the show was, like everything, is it comes to an end.
Yeah.
And I hate to ever focus on that, but even before it was starting, I was like, I knew I was like, I know it's gonna end. Like I just that I hate that, but it's better to focus on the moment in time.
I wish
and it
we
was
had a
great.
budget to just bring this whole thing on the road.
No, it'd
And
be
then it
so
would be
great,
like a
huh?
family reunion. Yeah.
Well, hey, I got 4 billionaire collectors out there. You guys know who you are. So let's make that funding. All right, everybody. That's it from the DOD45. Thank you, Sleep. Thanks, Strange Famous. Strange Famous forever.
Strange Famous.
Peace. How do you feel? How'd it go?
I'm so happy everything went the way that it did. My performance, though, definitely had highlights I'm happy with. It was a struggle, for sure. Like, I was missing cues, I was forgetting lots of lines, and I was out of breath. That said, I know it was a successful set overall. But anyone who looks back at the tape will be like, oh, he wasn't even saying anything during those lines.
No one knew.
That's the
I
magic
will just
trick.
say.
That's my magic trick.
We were all loving it.
Yeah, from what I could see, it was all love all day. My favorite part of this event was how happy people seemed throughout. But like from artists to fans to even the staff here, the smiles and the mellow, like chill, happy vibes was prevalent. And in hip hop, that's just not the norm. It's really rare, so when you see it, you want to like just take it all in, and I did. So this is a really great night for us. Watching my homies perform in front of their children, have them go on stage, like having Slug come up, like make the trek out to just jump up and have fun and freestyle like we did back in the day.
Niggas is a beast, so when we flip it, they rip it. I keep around niggas on the pivot. So we got Cody on the setting. He comes to me, he says to me, you want to battle and get the best of me? You cannot do that. I only come through with that true cool best. Styley, that's right, same straight from Rhode Island. You want to pile on me? Grab your mic and do what the fuck you like. I'm not on the Reddit chillin'. I'm at the Levitt Pavilion. Having a good time. Ready and willing. Coming through killing. I don't got no broccoli, but watch me. I'll got the microphone and try to make sure you can copy. I still get into the rhythm when I hear it shitting like a pigeon. The beatboxing got me all up in my engine, pushing like a piston. I don't give a what. All I want to do is come through and run amok. Yeah. And all I really want to say is a happy early Father's Day to Strange Famous. Thank you very much.
If we had more time on stage, I was going to explain that this jacket I'm wearing, I wore here 20 years ago. This exact one. And I like being able to like bring that kind of the timeline. Like time doesn't exist in a certain sense when you do this kind of stuff. You know?
Adrienne wasn't crying.
I totally cried.
Then it worked.
And I just like tears were flowing.
That's
and I just like, I love you.
Thank you. You connected. You connected. Thank you. Hey, I love you too.
It just brought me back. I love it.
What? I know it's way too early to be able to answer that, but did that feel like this is something that will be an annual thing? I know you were.
I would imagine. I would hope this venue would want to do it again because I'm sure they made like tons of revenue.
Yeah.
With like alcohol sales and VIP sales. So I would love to do it here again, but I also don't want to just stick to one spot.
Right.
I want people in other territories to be able to attend something like this. So we'll see what our options are.
But it felt right enough for you to be like, I want to do this again.
Yeah, except I don't want to do all the planning again.
Yeah. Well, that's someone else can do it now. They see how great it was.
Yeah. I've never thrown something this big before. So at this point in my career, to take this on, but it was all doing thanks to the Levitt Pavilion for even making it a possibility. Like, I didn't have to twist their arm; they came to me. So then that made it a whole lot easier just to do what I needed to do, was get artists on board.
Yeah,
that's not too difficult, honestly. So, but keeping them in line so that everyone knows where to be on time and make sure they get here. Like, what a miracle it is! Every fucking artist made it.
I'm gonna start bringing out some homies on stage with me. You guys have been so beautiful and kind to us all day long, all night now. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to play this, put on a free show for you guys. Thanks to Levitt Pavilion. When I say damage, you say oh. You got it? Oh. Real simple. There it goes. Damage. 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 Louder. Damage. 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 Destruction. Terror. Motherfuckers say what? Damage. 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 Destruction. Terror. Motherfuckers say what? This is out of it. We know with the poem how the alcohol and anonymous.
Everyone on the bill and others.
And they were on time.
That's right.
I was the one who went over time. I was the only one who couldn't keep at the time, because I was like, damn, I cut 3 things. I cut 3 important things out of my set. And the freestyle session was not nearly as long as I wanted it to be, and I kind of squeezed everything in at the end because it was so important that we do John Didn't Kill Johnny, which I knew we had to start at 9:54.
Yeah. Well,
9:56 is when we started it, and I was like, that we need at least 4 minutes to do that song. So.
But Lord, take your filthy claws off the rest of my friends. That is, of course, if y'all ain't already dead. I make no demands. I just make amends. I make my bed, I'll lie in it before I die. Please don't take any more of my friends. Amen.
And you did say it in the show, but for the anyone that was here that didn't get to hear it, they hold a very strict time curfew.
Yeah.
So
they made it very clear to me, you have to stop at 10, because it's residential area, people can hear it all over the place.
Yeah. Is there anything that else you want to say? Because I don't want to take up your time with it.
I do. You know what? Because I don't feel like I had the opportunity to speak to every artist that was on this bill in full the way I wanted to, and thank them so much for their willingness to be involved in this, and also to be as present as they were, and they listened to everything and seemed to appreciate the opportunity, and that made everything flow so much better and make it a positive experience for everyone. But MVP goes to Storm Davis. Storm Davis, who had worked non-stop this whole day and night. Then we rush him on stage to do a fast rap.
And he did great.
He did
amazing.
He executed, so it's but he is the unsungest hero ever, especially of indie hip hop. But for Strange Famous Records, I'm glad enough people know who he is, because he's interacted with all of our customers, because he does all the packaging and that. But his role is much more important than just that. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Storm. I love you to death, dude. Honestly, we are privileged to have you in our mix, and I'm a lucky motherfucker to have knocked on your door back when I did, to invite you in, because I had no idea there would be someone I didn't have to micromanage, and it was I didn't have to stay on top of, and now I can trust you with everything. It's the best.
I'm around the circle around you, talking that shit and walking in the tip of your shoulder before I shit and spit. Talking down the vision of y'all, feeling like they keep your eye on yourself. Who cares to get? Got that old food that they don't even know. The section of the shop around with the hard side of the living. We talk the real time, my God, giving me. Never the back to set this one on the whole hand hitting me. You know how you look, you know that I'm on the scene.
He was out there slinging merch in the heat and the sun. I got footage of it. That's why I'm glad you brought it up. I was filming. Then he came, like you said, came up and fast rapped.
And he just
broke
went
down the house.
Yeah, he was nonstop selling stuff. And I think what drove him is probably we struggle as an indie label. So when you finally are in a situation where everything's selling, you don't want to stop selling.
No.
So shout out to the crowd here who's actually buying merch, and I'm sure it helped that it was a free show, so that they're like, oh, we should buy some merch.
Yeah.
Oh, what a wonderful situation for us. So yeah, thank you to everybody.
It was a beautiful event.
Absolutely.
It was like
Thank you, I
front to
Real
back.
was.
It was a beautiful event. There were so many people involved. I know that you could have taken the whole thing and just ran with it, but you shared it with everybody on your label.
In retrospect, after having performed, I needed them. I needed everyone here. I couldn't have taken on more than I did tonight.
In conversation,
by the time I started bringing other people up on stage, I was like, I need this right now. Come on, let's go.
It was awesome. It was amazing.
I'm fucking so happy.
Thank you guys again.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Show.
Peace.
Strange Famous.
There you go. That's it. That's the Strange Famous Fest. It's been about a week and a half since the festival. We are now back home. It's nice to be home, right, Adrienne? How are you?
It's been 1 week today, but with the airing, I don't know if I should correct you, but
week and a half, yeah. But because this airs Wednesday, I guess it's a week and a half or 2 weeks.
Yeah, week and a half.
It's weird because I every time I go into this, I think I'm recording a new episode. So we've already done an intro. We're just closing out. This is like an outro. But I've made a couple of notes that I thought that I wanted to mention. We can have a quick conversation about while people are. Just catching their breath from what an amazing episode they just watched, and all the great performances from the Strange Fame Fest artists. So yeah, like I said, we have been back. We're back from Denver. We've seen some posts online of the people's experience at the Strange Fame Fest, and seeing all the pictures is cool from everyone sharing. Seems like everyone's still riding on a high. At the beginning of this episode, though, we had talked about our vehicle situation. Mm-hmm. So I'll just quickly update people on that and jump in.
Freaking dumpster fire that has been.
Yeah, it's been quite a shit show. Jump in wherever you want to on it. So when we got back from Strange Famous Fest, we got the message from the Mercedes dealership. Or maybe that was before we left, right?
Yeah, because we had already bought the truck.
Oh,
we
that's
were
right.
waiting for them to get the tow hitch put on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, but I don't know if we mentioned in the intro, but the turbo in our Sprinter van blew up. Some sort of turbo thing, and it sent shrapnel through the motor and the exhaust. So it was going to cost like $30,000 to repair. So anyway, we bought a new truck, but I guess we did say that in the intro of this episode. I can't either. It's all such a blur. So I guess we probably did. We opted to buy a truck. So when we flew back home on Monday, we flew back Sunday night from Denver. We got home in our home in Utah, and we were waiting to pick up our truck because they were putting a trailer hitch on it, because now we got to put all of our artwork into a trailer, because our Sprinter was our road van, like our traveling art van. Anyway, we picked up the truck on Monday. So like I said, we had to wait all day. Monday night. We had to wait.
I think they called around 5, so we got there. I think we left there at around 6 p.m.
Yeah, we got the van at about 6 p.m. Monday night. So right after we picked it up, we just started heading towards our house in Missouri. That Monday night, the day after return from Strange Famous Fest, we drove 10 hours and slept in North Platte, Nebraska. you and I slept in the back of the truck, our new truck.
Because our Sprinter had beds in it, so
we had bunk beds.
We were very lucky to be able to just pull over someone and sleep comfortably.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
And that changes
that
now.
was not a comfortable night of sleep.
No.
We slept 4 hours.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we slept 4 hours at the rest area in North Platte.
I was on the floor and you were on the back
seat. So we woke up that morning at the rest area, drove another 8 hours to our house, Hannibal, Missouri. When we got there, we unloaded we have an old trailer that we have parked behind the gallery in our Hannibal.
Oh, yeah, because it was like 7 p.m. when we got there.
To Hannibal?
Tuesday night.
Yeah. So we unloaded we have an old trailer that we keep our recycle stuff in, so when we just do one trip to the recycle center, it's all in the trailer. So anyway, we unloaded all of that trailer and loaded all of that trailer and then
the art.
Yeah, took all the art and all the gear from the gallery that we dumped off the week prior when the van broke down.
When we had it towed away to St. Louis, because it's still 100 miles from us.
Yeah. So we loaded all of that art, everything into that old trailer with the intention of driving that trailer back to Utah with all of our art stuff. That's why we had to do. So anyway, we got that loaded and then went to sleep at our house in Hannibal. By the way, our gallery is right next to our
next
house.
door. Yeah, and you were concerned though about that trailer being so old. We don't really use it much except for the recycle, which is really light.
Yeah.
So you were really concerned because it's, like I said, it's old, it's tiny.
And yeah, it hasn't. The wheels haven't been, or the axle hasn't been greased for a while. The tires are kind of old. It's kind of sat there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was not thrilled about taking it, but it was kind of our only option.
Yeah.
So we got up that next morning, which is now Wednesday morning.
At like 5 a.m.
I'm trying to make this fast, you guys, but you enjoy it.
Yeah, we got up at 5 a.m. because we still had to drive all the way to St. Louis. We didn't want to hit St. Louis traffic.
Yeah, and St. Louis is about an hour and a half from our house in Hannibal, Missouri. And that's where our van was, in St. Louis at the Mercedes dealership. So we got up early that morning. Where were we at? Wednesday morning?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, and we drove to St. Louis to our van that was parked at the Mercedes dealership, and we just started stripping everything. We had to get all of our... Because we have that van, that Sprinter, set up like we live in it. Like that's where we would have like all of our winter gear in case we were just everything.
Just if there's a show that's icy cold, you have that. If it's hot, you got the fans. If you break down somewhere and you need a heater, we got that.
Yeah, but it's just all backup, just
camping stuff.
It was basically
everything.
Basically like unloading your camper.
It was like a little home. Yeah.
So we were in the parking lot of the dealership, just taking everything out of the van.
Because the insurance said, come get all your possessions out of it. Meaning, so I don't know if they're going to total it. I don't know if we're going to own it anymore. I don't know what the plan is.
The insurance company kind of led us to believe that they were going to pay for the
ha ha ha.
Yeah,
joke on you.
Which we found out they're not going to. Anyway, we like I had a grill guard on there on the Sprinter. I have a Rhino rack. I started stripping all of that stuff. We started loading it in the truck. And it was about this. Well, I mean, it was at that time we realized, like, how spoiled we were with that Sprinter, because all of the stuff in the Sprinter barely fit into the truck bed of our truck. And then so we started heading back to Hannibal to go pick up that old trailer. Well, on the drive back from St. Louis to Hannibal, we decided, we better just go buy a trailer.
Yeah, because we didn't want to deal with a breakdown.
A trailer hauler, or like a utility trailer. So we ended up buying a new trailer.
Which we knew we were going to have to do anyway. There was no way we could get by with that little one.
So, and this is still Wednesday. We stripped the old van for probably like 4 hours out in the sun in that parking lot. Drove the hour and a half back to, well, it became more of a 3-hour drive back to St. Louis because we had to stop to buy a new trailer. And then we got to Hannibal, and we had to unload the old trailer that we just loaded with all of our art.
Well, first
gear.
we had to get all the van stuff out of the truck.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
And then we put the stuff from the old trailer into the new trailer.
And then we started driving back to Utah. So that we drove...
to North Platte again.
Yeah, we drove to... No, this time we drove 8 hours to Kearney, Nebraska. And we slept in Kearney, Nebraska in the back of the truck again. And and it was so bloody hot
and humid. Yeah.
and humid while we were asleep at the rest area. So I like rolled down the windows, and because it was just too hot, and I fucking was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Yeah, there was about 1 billion mosquitoes that came in.
But I was so exhausted. I was just like, fuck it. I'm not getting up to roll these windows up.
And we slept another 4 hours.
Yeah, that was about another 4-hour sleep. Woke up that Thursday morning, drove another 10 hours to Utah, and we got to Utah.
We
And
did.
we got to Utah, and we were good. And I was like, you know what, we should probably record this outro. And we came out to record the outro, but I'll only speak for myself, but I was just so exhausted and burned out.
I'm still tired. I'm ready to go
Me
take
too.
a nap right now.
But we started recording the outro, but I was just being a real dick. Like I was just exhausted, and so we bagged that. Here we are.
Ready to roll again.
Yeah.
The insurance did say, like, call cash for cars.
Hopefully we'll get some money for the van. That van was
That's-
awesome. It only had 210,000 miles on it. But now our situation's changed. We may not need a big Sprinter anymore, so we got the truck.
Yeah.
So
That's what we could.
yeah. So now
It's not what we could afford, but it was the most
it wasn't-
affordable of the options.
Yeah, it wasn't what we wanted to be buying right now, but we took care of it. All
So
right.
that's if we did kind of giggle when Sage was talking about his travel issues. That's why, because
we kind of deal
boy,
with
we're in
these
the same
travel
boat.
thing. Yeah.
Because we didn't even talk about going to Chicago and
No, we did it the
towing
first of the
that.
episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a 2-week nonstop. You and I haven't stopped for 2 weeks.
No.
Thank God our kids are old enough and good enough, trustworthy enough that we were able to just leave them.
Yeah.
I think yesterday was the first day we spent a whole day with them in 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, so we bought a brand new truck with 14 miles on it. After our drive to St. Louis and back to Utah, it's already got 2,700 miles in it in 2 days. 3 days.
4. Yeah,
well,
crazy.
you know, on the drive back, I needed to take a little nap, and you drove for a second. But while we were driving back, I posted on Instagram saying that we weren't going to have the episode airing that Wednesday night because we were still, or this episode airing last Wednesday because we were still driving back from Missouri. But I just posted that you and I were kind of in the neck deep in shit. Without going into the details into it. But everyone's been so kind to us. Like after I posted that on IG, Mr. Dibbs reached out to me and he was like, hey, if you guys need some help disposing of a body, let me know. Which was fucking cool.
Wait, in this episode, didn't we already figure out how to dispose a body?
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did. That was cool. And then like a few minutes after that, Cas One called me and you know, said,
sweet.
hey, I saw your post. Everything all right. Explained to him what was going on. And then just a little bit after that, later that night, Storm Davis of Strange Famous sent me a message, and he basically said, he read, you know, that he said, I hope being neck deep in shit just means you're really busy and not anything else. If it's anything else, let me or any of us in the crew know. We can help you out. And I just told him, you know,
yeah,
we're
it's just
good.
one of those situations where they come up every couple years or 10 years or
And
whenever.
We've had it. This is like yeah.
It's just been a long time that Sprinter's been good to us. It's been a long time since we've been needing a tow, needing to like be quick on our feet, especially in the peak of our art season.
Yeah, well, and we've been spoiled with the Sprinter and been spoiled with our collectors. We haven't really had like a busy, crazy year like we're about to have. So just this year's been a little wild. Anyway,
but I will say, I'm not pardoning myself, but I'm saying I was so stressed out at Strange Famous. Not that they didn't stress me out, but just the situations that we were in and all of everything.
Knowing that we had
I likely had a few too many drinks at the end of the night at Strange.
I don't think anybody, I mean, maybe someone noticed that, oh wow, you were chattier,
I was
more chatty than usual, but
more happy than my grumpy normal self.
Yeah, but I think, well, for me, someone who I drink, so I when I see people having a good time, I like it.
Well, I was just like, you know what? You're off filming. The kids are at home safe.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm just going in.
Well, yeah. So it's been cool reading some articles. Like some people wrote like articles. It was cool. Like when I was growing up, I had the Source magazine, like a hip hop magazine.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you kind of got information to read about like what's going on in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
With the new Instagram days and all that, you don't really like read articles or something. I don't know, something.
Probably not to do, or we haven't seen them.
Yeah,
I
you
guess to
usually
do with
post.
indie or any hip hop. I think even wasn't High Times kind of a source for music too?
Yeah, High Times did that, Rolling Stone. But yeah, so there's been some cool articles written about the Strange Fame Fest, which is cool to look on just because we had inside tracks, so it was cool to read those. And someone had mentioned that it was like a throwback hip hop kind of show. It felt like that. It felt like I'd never been to a Scribble Jam show, but I saw a couple of posts and articles about it having that vibe of it being like a Scribble Jam show, like an early Scribble Jam show,
It was just
which is a good
so
thing.
good.
It was like a good, yeah.
It was such
so
a
great.
good day. Everything
was.
about it, and the night before at their Airbnb, everything was just so. They're such lovely people, and they all just killed it. They were so awesome.
They really were. Let me. I'll just mention quick little things about everyone. Then they'll be quick. I saw someone did post that this is how they explained the Strange Fame Fest. They said it was kind of in the early part of the day, because it was a 5-hour show. In the early part of the day, and when the sun was shining, it kind of felt like a family picnic. And then by the end of the night, it was like, like a full-on kind of like party.
Mm-hmm.
The weather was cool. Like it seemed like a big storm was going to come in, but that cleared. And I have been seeing posts that not too far away, people were at a show and there was a hailstorm. Like people got injured and like major storms. So the clouds parted, the weather opened up for Strange Fame Fest, or the Strange Fame artists to destroy.
I told you the Rare Bird said I was the weather queen when I said it's gonna be fine.
Although, yeah, that's right.
And the Rare Birds were playing with
Wheelchair Sports Camp.
Yep.
The backstage area I mentioned was so fucking cool, and the only reason I bring that up is because to point out just how amazing Strange, Sage Francis is. Like the backstage was just cool, and I say that because I used to play in a band. And I had backstage areas, and they were always like a little kitchen or a little office, like or a little tiny little locker room or something, like a little doorway.
That's the normal. This one was for artists who are much bigger than you ever were.
Yeah, but then that's why
it's normal for a small show.
But it's very cool for
Intimate
Strange Famous Sage Francis, for them to get that sort of treatment. There was like
fully catered. It was like all sorts of good veggies.
Two dressing rooms, a bathroom, a shower, fully catered, refrigerators stocked, all the accoutrements. It was awesome. And seeing everyone hanging out backstage, that was cool. Yeah, it was just cool being backstage hanging out with people. I really, really enjoyed that. But I wasn't back there a whole lot during the show because I was around running all over the place filming the show. That was probably better for me, probably better for you, right? So you could.
I was in the front. I was not missing the show. I was not going to watch the show happen from their backside.
Yeah.
I wanted the front side.
But I mean, it was probably better that I was kind of running around, that we're not both just standing there next.
I was like, I'm going for it.
I got a lot of cool footage. I hope I was able to share a lot of that good footage for you guys in this episode. While I was running around filming out in the crowd, someone from this guy from Pittsburgh grabbed me and he was like, "Hey, aren't you Tai?" And he was like, "I've been collecting your work forever, man. I used to live in Pittsburgh." That was cool.
And he was like, "Why are you filming
Yeah,
this?
he's like, "Why? What?" He didn't say that to me, but I was
here?
thinking, like, I wonder if he's wondering what the hell's going on. That was cool, though. It was just cool to get a collector recognizing me. And then I heard from several people in the crowd, which maybe you don't love, Adrienne, but that they really love the DOD45 show.
Yes, I heard that once, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh, what did you say?"
Yeah,
like it didn't quite make it into my head, and then a second later, I was like, "Wait, you love our show? What does that mean?"
You forgot
What did
you were
you
on the
say?
show. I think that was the same guy that talked to me too. He was standing in the front, the tall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said to me, "Love the show, man." And I was like, "Yeah, it is a good show." But he was talking about the stage show. But then he's like, "Yeah, I watch all the episodes, love it." So that was nice. DJ Zole obviously, I didn't get to share like a whole ton of footage of him doing his thing, but fucking hey, man, he is tremendous. He's going to be a guest on our show. You saw him, our little conversation here in this episode, but we're going to have him as an actual guest. He just ran that show like a, what do you call the guys at the front of a train? A conductor.
Oh.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was, and then I was just watching him up close, like while he was playing people's sets. It wasn't like he just pushed play and played. Like he was actually on,
And he was enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's good. Well, yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's got great energy. I like that dude. Can't wait to have a conversation with him. Seez Mics. It was cool. We kind of taxied him around on the weekend because he was staying in the same hotel that you and I were staying in. And that was cool to get to know Seez on that level. So we were kind of taxiing him around. Dude, he's a good dude, and he's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. He'll let you know that every time. But he might come out. They might come out and see a Kansas City game, which is about a 3-hour drive from us in Hannibal. But hopefully they'll come see us in Hannibal. Early adopted set was on fire. Not just because the sun was beating down on him, but it was interesting in this episode hearing him say he was excited to meet us. That's weird, right?
Oh, he did say that?
Yeah.
They must have just blocked all that shit out.
Yeah, it's just interesting to know, to hear, not know,
No,
but to
it's
hear
a nice
anyone's
thing to say. He probably wasn't actually excited.
He was just saying it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope he was excited. We were excited to meet them. Well, we ran into the referee in backstage. I think
What are you talking
I
about?
think he's early adopted's homie. Or he's in the Jesse the Trees music video, the basketball video. The guy, he lives in Utah. I run
the
into
guy
him
with the dreads.
Yeah, I run it. His
His
name's
name
Jason.
is the referee.
No, he's the referee in that music video.
Oh.
And I run into him everywhere, and I'm always like, I swear I know you. But
Did you figure out how you?
I don't
know him?
We met him once. He came. I don't really know. But even backstage, I even went to him. I was like, hey. What's up, man? How are you? And then we saw him when we were leaving. We saw him
we were on the same flight.
On the same flight out. And usually when we run into each other, we just kind of acknowledge each other. We don't really say what's up. But when I was boarding the plane, I did. We both looked at each other and laughed, and I was like, "What's up, man?" I finally said just "What's up?" Because anyway, Mopes and Jesse the Tree on stage together. Fucking that felt right. That just feels right to me. I said even during Mopes' set after he came off stage after his set, I said as he was coming off, I was like, "You're seriously the fucking dopest," and he got all shy because he's shy. Hanging out with Cas One during the weekend was really cool. We went over to the Cherry Creek Mall and hung out with him and his son, and then went back to his Airbnb and just kind of shot the shit, learned some things about
Had lunch.
some other MCs. That was very interesting. No one in Strange Famous, but. Yeah, had lunch with them. That was cool.
We did a little yoga.
Oh, yeah.
No, we didn't.
We've got to watch Sean Little do some yoga. You know what? We did talk about there at Cass's B&B that this was right before the show was going to... Right before the show. We were talking about remaining in people's purview, I think is the word. So, that's why we post on Instagram. Or, we were talking about how I get the feeling of, if I don't... constantly sharing from my posts with people with art, then they'll forget me as their artist, So and then he was saying he does that with his music. So
I don't share anything, hoping people will forget me.
Because the artwork's what pays the bills. I don't want to be forgotten. I'm almost to the end, you guys. I'm sorry. And the other thing about the show is you can just turn it off if you don't want to hear this.
No one's complaining.
Okay. So Sean Little, who performed with Cas One, he was fucking dope. I really liked his delivery on mic. He just had that. He was just like how he was doing yoga when he was rapping. It was It was just like.
I know I said this to you, but I just kept thinking oh my God, his feet must be on fire.
Oh, that's right, because he was barefoot.
It was so hot. The sun, it wasn't hot. I only packed pants and jackets and things. And then all of a sudden the clouds went away and it was just beating down heat.
Well, and I don't want to throw them under the bus, but I guess I kind of am here. But I was thinking while I was filming them, they had their sons sitting out on stage with them. And I was like, those boys need some sunscreen because they were just cooking.
They were just making Cindy. I really enjoyed their offspring. Their boys were really cute. They were actually pretty fun to hang out with.
Oh, that's right. The day we got to Denver, there was like an unofficial strange famous lunch at.
They just met up for lunch. Everyone just got together for lunch.
What was that place called? Mexico City, downtown Denver, and that was where we all met for the first time.
Yeah.
Not us met
everybody, and some
cool.
of them each other.
Yeah, but then you noticed that Cass's son was kind of sitting there, bored at the table, and so you decided we should do the drawing game.
I lured him over.
Yeah, and we did the drawing game. That was cool.
I didn't have anything to lure him with except for paper and pencil, but I was like, "That's fine, bud."
Cass had mentioned that his son is a fan of my artwork, so that was cool to like hang with him and draw.
And I've just seen our kids have gone to dinners with us and a whole bunch of adult artists when they were all of the ages, and I recognized that bored face. And I just felt for them.
And it was a little awkward for us for a minute there because there weren't enough seats for all of us at the tables.
So we sat the
so
other
we,
side of the
we
restaurant.
went and sat at some other table, and then like Cas One saw us sitting over there, and he came over and sat with us for a minute, and then Sage Francis recognized that we were sitting over there, so he came and sat with us.
They're like, "Oh, look at these elitists."
Yeah, it was awkward.
Sit with us.
And then
the restaurant was really busy, but then the lunch hour rush ended.
And then we went and sat with everybody over there. But it was initially a little awkward. I do want to say, while I was filming Cas One and Sean Little's set, I heard right when Sean started doing his whole. There was one song where he mostly did all the rapping, because I think he was saying he was mostly the hype guy through most of it. But one of their songs, he has a whole verse. But I heard someone behind me go, "This dude's fucking awesome." I thought that was cool. I'm kind of paraphrasing that, but that's basically what the guy said behind me. The Jivin Scientists too, I loved their set. That was so hot out there, and Runsky went out into the crowd and did this whole fast
freestyle.
My whole life like a hat with cicadas. I be yelling pizza, be yelling see you later. All of this to let them know I can't try it. How did I end up with them as only pilots? Trying to fly around and be real cheap. Let the research group is what an MCP.
Thing.
Oh, it was fucking cool too, because Runsky was out in the crowd and he was like, I don't remember what the exact lyrics were. Do it fast, y'all. Yeah. Do it fast, y'all. And the drummer was going faster, and he was fucking rapping faster. And then, it was cool. So fresh. Yeah, that was livening it up. And the sun was still out right then, and people were scattered all across the hill at that point. So one of the things when you have a big outside space like that, it's so spread out.
People flocked to the shade under the tree.
Yeah, people were kind of in the shade. And then I ran into Cas One over at the merge table, and he was like, "I want all these people to come up front." but there were, I don't know where I was going to go with that. Anyway, was really cool getting to know the fellas at with Jivin Scientists. So if we end up doing 4th Avenue Street Fair in Tucson, Arizona, we're definitely stopping in at Thunder Canyon Brewery and hanging with the Jivin Scientists crew. Fenn kept trying to offer me some of that good whiskey that they got, but I didn't want to drink any because I was trying to stay busy. Yeah, I was kind of in work mode. But
I drank enough for both of us. It's fine.
Well, when we get to 4th Avenue, we're definitely reaching out to them. Jesse the Tree, I mentioned in this episode. I probably shouldn't have done that. I was kind of just excited to see him because I've been listening to a lot of Jesse the Tree. I said, "You're my fave. You're the best," or something. I can't remember what I said. I should have said that
You're my favorite
to
child.
him off to the side. But everyone's my favorite. But it was cool. He had Henri perform with him, which was great. You asked Henri backstage if he wanted to do a recording with us, and he's like, "Oh, no, thanks." I'm a big fan of Henri's. I think he's shy.
I understand.
Yeah. Well, no. So I was creeping on Henri from behind because I was stoked to see Henri there. I was walking backstage, and I turned my camera on, and I was like walking behind him. I only bring that up because I wanted to show the footage of me walking behind him. Yeah, it was kind of like that. So anyway, during Jesse's set, my battery died in my camera, which is a huge bummer because I had to run to the back.
I have some.
Well, I know you had some, but I kind of missed some.
No,
of
I have
it.
some. I probably. Oh, yourself.
I missed some of it live, because I had to run backstage, and on my way back to run backstage to get a new battery, I ran into Thoughts' homie, Staple Mouth. the Hawaiian brother. It was cool running into a Pacific Islander. Snapped photo with him and asked him if he wanted to be a guest on the show in the future sometime. It was cool that he was there. He was wearing a Thort shirt too, which was cool.
He was?
Yeah, the same one that Thort sent to us in the mail.
Yep.
You know what else about Jesse the Tree? When we were leaving, we ran into him at the Denver airport. That was cool because that airport is a fucking mess.
We talked about how crazy that airport is.
Yeah, we were coming up the escalator, and I saw Jesse walking. I was like, and I kind of dipped, and I came up and I was like, oh my god, it's that rapper Jesse the Tree, and he was like, what? And then realized it was us. That was cool running into him at the airport. That was the day after the festival. I'm almost there, you guys. Black Lips Biceps. Fuck, are you kidding me? I know that most people maybe don't even notice that, but when he was rapping, he was holding the mic. He was so fiercely going at it. Like, I just was like, God damn, man. His biceps are thick. He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger up there. And then it was...
Yeah, everybody had to snag a couple extra hugs from Black.
Yeah.
Let me just feel that again.
Yeah, it was cool. His whole interview was cool because it wasn't even really an interview. Like, he just laid it down. That was dope. Yeah, about his travels. Hashtag Hood Hotel, by the way. Oh, he posted after the Strange Fan Fest. He posted, I heard that Sage Francis was worried I might not make it to the festival. I would have walked to Denver. That's what he said. He probably would have.
He ran. Let's see. I have to do a 4-minute mile for the next 2,000 miles. Let's go.
Running into Sleep backstage, I wasn't even sure if he was going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't talk to him at all whatever. That was real cool because he's such a, you can just feel that sincereness when he's talking to you. It made me feel real good, and he was like, thanked us for the books and his drawing, and it was really cool hanging out with him backstage. He's one of the only ones, him and Sage French were the only ones, as you saw, that did the post interview. What's cool, we're going to be in Portland.
The 2 interviews I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Well, that was the end of the night. We're gonna be in Portland, Oregon in September. So we're gonna definitely go hang out with Sleep and his wife, and so that's cool. I got a lot of comments from the people in the crowd about the Metermaids episode, the DOD45 Metermaids episode. Quite a few comments from people because that was the episode that aired right before this. Right when they came out, that was when the sun started to go down and the stage lights started coming on. That was when it started to turn into like party vibe almost.
Yeah, the stage lights started to be seen because they were always on.
Yeah, but because the sun was so
them.
shining.
Yeah.
But it had that Friday Night Lights football game kind of vibe. Like it was like, oh, now it's really gonna get charged up. That was cool. They did a No Sleep Till Brooklyn's kind of like. I don't know if it wasn't a cover. It was kind of their version of it. I fucking loved that.
All right, y'all know those songs. We're Metermaids from Brooklyn. I don't live there anymore, but we're still Metermaids from Brooklyn. And they can still use some help. Go! Sleep till Brooklyn! Go! Sleep till Brooklyn! We need the bad news there. Hold up, go back.
Wheelchair Sports Camp was obviously amazing. Their band is so fucking efficient. It was really cool. The Rarebirds came out and did a performance with them. Now here, I'm gonna try to remember their names. It was Coco and is it Kia or Kaya? Kia?
I only met 2 of them, and I thought it was Coco and something with an M.
Well, and then Machete Mouth.
Well,
someone's named Machete Mouth too. That was fucking cool.
I know. I was
that's
like, that's an
name.
amazing name.
Well, I think her name's Kia or K. Shoot, I feel bad. Like I said, I'm horrible with names. She had some really cool vocals in the track that they were. It was just like this cool sound. It was different. It was really distinct. So, yeah, the Wheelchair Sports Camp brought it. It was cool. That line. She has a line where she goes, "Shut up, you talk," or they said, "You talk too much." She said, "Shut up, you walk too much."
Yeah, I know.
It was cool. Everyone in the crowd laughed. Like it was just cool. That means they were paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, I loved that.
They're like telling me talk too much. I'm like, shut up, you walk too much.
And they're Denver based, so
It was good to get to know her in person too.
Yeah, and actually talk to the guys in the band. Trumpet player.
Yeah, he was incredible.
Yeah, I got some great footage of him.
Right?
Yeah, he was good.
And like, I don't know a good trumpet player.
They
I don't
play
know any trumpet players.
Their drummer and the trumpet
sounded
player,
great.
they do this cool like jazz fusion style stuff and you got to be really good to be able to do that stuff. So
yeah, I'm guessing he's good. He sounded great.
yeah, it's a cool setup. I really do like the live bands with a rapper. I think that's a
I
good
do
combination. That was what my band. That was the band Buckettooth. We were.
All right.
Okay, sorry. All right, don't talk about Buckettooth. Just kidding. Okay, I'm almost to the end. So then that brings us to Sage Francis. Seeing him live and seeing him on stage was incredible. Was amazing. Was all the words that I don't have great adjectives for. And then I did want to say, we and I were talking about we sort of take Sage Francis for granted because we've kind of become friendly with him. So I forget to point out, like, he is seriously, he doesn't even need it. Oh, shit. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, when people say, who's your favorite actor? I don't even say Robert De Niro because it's like, that's just a given. He's like the top, so there's no reason to bring him up. Oh, I don't know. I don't need to justify.
He made me cry.
He did,
which
make
I
you
think
cry.
I said already, so I wasn't gonna re-say it, but
Well,
it was so good. He was so good.
I think he made a lot of people cry. Even in one of the articles I was reading, they were talking about when he said the "Jaw Didn't Kill Johnny" song. It was kind of like a tribute to all those MCs who've passed and producers and people like Alias and Idea.
So that show for me was polar opposite than the Guar or the other one that I fell asleep.
Godspeed,
Yeah.
Godspeed, you Black Emperor.
I'm being tortured right now for Godspeed. You're putting me to bed and I'm trying so hard to stay awake. But no, I had no trouble staying awake in that one.
Nope. Well, I was like, when it was over, I was like, no, this can't be over.
I know. I was sad for a minute when we were boarding the plane. I was like, oh.
I did.
But then I had to hurry and worry about our truck and van
that's
and
right.
everything else. So I was like, okay, moving on.
Before the Strange Famous show, I put together a group chat on Instagram of everyone that was performing because I wanted to let them know we were going to be recording there, so to find out schedules of what time if they wanted to record before their set or at the B&B, and it became kind of like the unofficial group chat for the festival. Now it's like constant, everyone commenting in this little group chat in Instagram. So it's just.
Are you bragging?
No, what I'm saying is the amount of great conversations and funny shit that's happening in there.
It's kind of rolled over. The festival
it's still going. Yeah, it's still going. I love it. It's like now become like the thing to stay in touch. It's on a group chat that I set up through the Art by Tai account. So what I was pointing out is all you people out there, you have no idea what you're missing out on. There's some funny stuff there, but that's for us to know. I do want to just say I never got to see Storm Davis perform ever. Well, actually, not most people I never got to see. But
Storm was good.
I filmed.
Really
when I went to go change the battery out during Jesse said, I went over by the merch area and filmed all the slanging happened with the merch. Storm was back there like just busting it, and the sun was beating down over there. All day he was over there slanging, and at the end of the night he came out and did this fucking rap that was like the fastest rap I've ever heard.
It was
It was
good.
so dope. So
yeah, I didn't
kudos
even make it over. I mean, aside from offering to help set up the merch and then ditching them all, I never made it over there.
Well, we helped carry boxes out.
Well, you were like, Kaylin's ready. I was like, oh, just kidding. I'll come back. But then I don't know.
It was cool.
I don't know what
It was
happened.
cool over there, just seeing the excitement from
Yeah.
people buying up merch and just
and
seeing
meeting their artists.
Yeah, because Sage was standing back there, and I was filming people, and I could see people kind of like whispering to each other, like, "Oh fuck, there's Sage right there. There he is right there." It's just cool to
Yeah.
see people get excited from that stuff. I love it. Speaking of, when I was also walking around over there, you and I had known that Slug was going to be at the show and that he was going to be performed, at the freestyle at the end. But that was kind of on hush hush. It was never announced. So when I was coming back from getting the battery, I saw Slug in the crowd and people like just flocking to him, getting selfies with him, and just seeing everyone's excitement from that. And then even during the show, Slug was he was hanging out backstage, and then even like right behind the performance, he was kind of peeking out, and you could hear people in the crowd going, oh my God, it's atmosphere, which was cool. I love seeing people get excited over that shit.
I know. He was standing right next to me, and I looked over, and I was like, oh shit, that's Slug. He's a lot taller than I thought he would be. And then I said hi, and he was like, oh yeah, right on my show yesterday. And I was like, oh shit.
He did.
No. I was at therapy because I don't know, but I was clear that I was like, you were on our show.
Yeah.
And it just missed.
Yeah.
I think he thought I was talking about his show the night prior.
Yeah.
And I was just like, anyway, okay, bye.
Well, yeah, I was
trying not to make an ass out of myself.
I was filming people come up to him and get selfies, and then it was like the last selfie, and he kind of looked at me because we don't know him personally. He's only been on our show. I mean, I'm friends with Dibs, but we don't. Yeah, like I've done some back messaging with Slug, with Sean, but yeah, he kind of looked at me and like what, like what's up, thinking that. I think he thought I was like trying to just get footage or a selfie with him or something. I don't know.
I know.
Or maybe he just recognized.
Oh, right.
Hopefully he'll recognize us backstage at the Red Rock show when we're there.
Maybe.
But it was cool just hearing people get excited about that. Hey, the pre-hangout at the Airbnb, that was so great. It was a great idea. Sage Francis was right by putting together the Airbnb and having everyone meet up over there.
I'm getting ready to cut up a watermelon inside. I just keep thinking of if I picked one that was as good as Sage's.
Yeah, that's right, because Sage was back there cutting up a watermelon. That was just cool, hanging out with the guys on a level, just hanging out with everyone. That was a good way to. It was a good idea to do that the day before the show, so that everyone felt comfortable and just felt like a family. And they did play that hip hop trivia that I gave the gift to.
Yeah,
the first they did end up playing that later on that night.
That was like, wow, Adrienne, you know nothing. Like I already knew I knew nothing, but that was like, oh yeah, you really know nothing. I'll just be in the corner where I belong.
Well, now here we are wrapping it up, and so I did share this on that group, the Sage Francis group chat that I told you about. I mentioned it's a lot like working on a movie set. You work with these group of people intensely. We weren't working with them, but you're with people, all these people, and you form these bonds with people for just these real strong bonds.
That's the same with like I think when kids go to summer camp. Like there's a lot of situations where.
And then it ends, and then you get like some withdrawals from it. You're like, there's like a sadness that sets in.
Unless you have a higher stress, more stressful thing that you have to go tackle.
I don't know.
Driving to Missouri and back in 30 hours.
That blocks a little bit, but I found during that drive, most of that drive went by fairly quickly for me because I was just in my head reminiscing about certain moments from the Strange Fame Fest. Are
you gonna cry?
I don't know. I think I was almost gonna do it.
I think you are crying.
Everyone was so cool. Everyone was so nice to us.
Yeah.
And even mentioned like.
You need a Jesse the Tree hug right now.
Yeah. It was just cool being with each. It was
he
just
gives
cool.
a good hug.
Yeah, he really does. It was cool to be with these people and not treated like we were just like some fans or something. Like it's just nice to be, because it is weird when we get referred to as like podcasters or a podcaster or like something, because I'm not a podcaster.
I mean, kind of, you are.
Well, I know, but I'm not. I'm an art. Like I hate saying that, but I am an artist. People collect my artwork, so I'm. Well, I don't know where I was going with that. It was just really.
Yeah, they were very warm and welcoming. Are we done?
Okay. Yeah, we are almost. I guess that's the good thing about social media, though. We will be able to stay in touch with everybody, and maybe we'll get to see them all next year at the annual Strange Famous Fest. Oh, I did want to just point out how awesome the whole show was. It was pretty amazing that every artist that was billed that they had on the poster, every single one of them showed up, all from different places. Every single one of them showed up, did their set, and on time. There was a very strict schedule backstage that said, you know, they had a 5 minutes in between each act, and there was a sign right in the backstage that just reminded you what time you need to be off and what time the next one comes on. Everybody went on at their time and came off at their time. So that was the way that was ran was really impressive, and even just the putting it all together was really impressive. And you and I know that from experience of putting events on, how hard it is, like how many things can fall apart.
It's my least favorite thing in the world to do, but if you have to do it, like only you can do it yourself, because leave that up to anybody else.
The shows we used to put on was dealing with a whole bunch of different talent, a whole bunch of different like just a bunch of things. It's really difficult to do. So I was so impressed with Strange Famous Fest. There's no reason why that shouldn't continue on. I'm sure it was grueling for both Sage Francis and Storm Davis, but I just want to point out they did a tremendous job, and the proof is in the pudding. Everyone was so happy there, and everyone left super happy. So, all right, I'll close with what I mentioned in my recent post on my my Instagram account. In my post, it just said, in case you don't follow me on my Art by Tai social media, I just said, I figured out why I admire this guy so much, and it was a picture of you and I and Sage Francis. The level of care and effort that he has put into his music and his label is on par with that which you and I have put into the Art by Tai brand, and what I put into my artwork. The grind is real, the passion is real, the results are real. It's truly an honor for us to have an association with Sage Francis, his label, and the Strange Famous Records family. So peace to everyone out there in the Strange Famous family. Peace to everyone who came out to the show, and peace to anyone who listens to the DOD45 podcast. We genuinely appreciate all of you. Real quickly, this is the last episode of this season. I don't know if I'm going to do the season thing anymore. We got such a busy schedule. We might just do an episode, put it up, always on Wednesday nights. But some people that we do have locked in for the next season, in case we do go seasons, we got 2 Mecs, Exostereo. Candice 22 has a new album coming out, so we're going to get a chat in with Exostereo. Buddy Peace, Travis Eller of Ugly Outlaw Hats. That one's going to be an interesting one with Mr. Dibbs. Also, DJ Zole, we're going to get him in, and then DJ Zone too. He's also going to get in a chat with us, and then we'll still working on Taryn Manning. I got a trillion texts in a row one day from her, and then radio silence. But anyway, we'll get to more people on here. It's also on the plate. I got the Cannibal Ox cover. I'm doing a cover for. I will finish up the Under an Hour book. That's supposed to go out this month, but I think it's going to get pushed to one more month. I'm doing a design for DJ Abilities. Obviously, the second album and the print for Dibbs and Fullerton's Volume 2 of their 7-inch thing. I got some beer labels that I haven't told you about, Adrian, yet. A guy's got some good beers that he's making. He wanted me to do some labels for him. And then Mr. Dibbs at the Red Rock Show with Atmosphere, Souls of Mischief, all of them. So those are some things that will be coming up for us.
Yeah, and if you want to see you and your art in person, we're back in Denver next weekend.
Yep, we'll be back in Denver for Cherry Creek Art Festival. And then just go to artbytai.com to see the schedule. It's a crazy schedule. I won't just round them all off here, but we're going to be all about the U.S. So come see us. Got some artwork to slang to you. We got to make up for a new truck that we had to buy. And stay with strangefamousrecords.com. Thank you to them for the partnership with the DOD45 show. Thank you to Mr. Dibbs for the awesome theme music. I still love it every time I hear it. And thank you everybody out there. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back soon. Pay attention to at DOD45W or DOD45.com, at Art by Tai or artbytai.com to know when next episodes are going to be coming up, and any other special events. Adrian, do you have any final words for the people, or any final? I want to just say thank you a trillion times, but I've said thank you enough.
Won't end.
I know, because I'm so grateful to everyone.
This is what I have to say.
Uh-oh. She's writing it down. You should have just said it. Strange. Oh. Strange famous.
Bye.
So, all right, everybody. Thanks for conspiring with us. Thanks for happy conversing. All those other things. Peace. DOD45. Thank you for joining in on yet another episode of the DOD45 Show. Please hit the subscribe or follow button so that you never miss an episode. You can even go one step further by leaving us a review on the YouTube stream or on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever it is that you stream our show from. You can find me at Art by Tai on all the socials or at artbytai.com. And if you'd like to follow the DOD45 Show on social media, we're at DOD45W on Instagram, or you can go over to our website at DOD45.com where you can shoot us an email, join our mailing list, and watch all of our past episodes. Consider joining us for a live chat on the YouTube premieres of episodes every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Peace.